It's the Gwinin DJ Self. All right, we here. Listen, Superstar J, Torae, Punch, we all in the building. Hello. Everybody's in attendance, right? Let's just start off right now. Before we even started, the argument was, what is the definition of an underground rapper? Right?
Yeah. What's the difference between mainstream and underground?
Yeah, well,
the difference, yeah.
I guess that, right? I guess Torae, I feel like you would be the more experienced in this.
Right.
Because I feel like you dabbled in both worlds. Right? I have too, but it's been a long time that I came out of, and I'm using the word the sewer, like, you know,
that's loosely. Why you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Loosely. So what's the definition? Because first, what's the definition of underground rapper?
In the context that we were talking about, mainstream artists, I feel like a mainstream artist is an artist that is widely known, that, you know, has cracked the surface as far as a level of success, a level of notoriety, a level of sales. Like,
what about, so you would consider Killer Mike an underground artist?
Killer Mike is not an underground artist.
Okay.
Killer Mike is a
I disagree.
Yeah, he's a, like, underground, like, Killer Mike has had too much mainstream access to be considered still underground. He still makes music that's to the core, but him as a person, he's had a show on Netflix. He's a 2-time Grammy Award winner. He's been in television. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, all these different things, you can no longer be considered underground if everyone knows who you are. Like, if you ask 10 people on the street who Killer Mike is, 3 of them, 10 people gonna know who he is. You know what I'm saying? Like, an underground artist is a very niche audience, a very niche core people that follow it. That's not to say that they don't move the needle. That's not to say that they don't sell out venues. That's not to say they don't make great music, all of that. I'm an underground artist. You know what I'm saying? But to the masses, I'm not well known. I appreciate that. Thank you, Superstar J.
You're very great as an underground artist. But let me chop in right now.
Oh, he got a what did AI tell you?
Yeah, it's not AI. It's just real. I want to be specific. I got my boy Punch here, my first time meeting him in person.
Yeah.
And, you know, I want to step into this room. So now underground artists, right, are people, right, built on fan base independently.
Yeah.
Yes, through smaller labels. That's a pinpoint for you. Smaller labels.
Got it.
Right? Get support from mixtapes, blogs, social media, and word of mouth.
Fair.
Those are factors of underground artists. Okay. Mainstream artists are people that are particularly backed from a bigger label that have a wide stream fan base that you can know. So when you go platinum and you go over platinum, you're not considered an underground artist anymore.
But I disagree, because I even say Pharoah Monch. Pharoah Monch went platinum. He caught the boom, 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 boom. Yeah. So you're going to say that he's not underground?
No, they considered Pharoah Monch underground because of the music he made, but he still was mainstream. He still came out and played on the radio continuously. Boom, 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 boom. Wasn't just underground word of talking.
Well, I think that was one song.
It's also,
that reached that type of status.
It's also generational.
I went wood in the hood. You know what I'm saying? He said it.
It's
you know what I'm saying?
It's all over the radio.
At that time, though, the underground sound was quote unquote mainstream. Like, Showbiz and AG was on the radio. Gangstar was on the radio. So you can't base it off that. What was happening to radio in the 90s, early 2000s,
he brought that up.
Juxtaposed to this.
He brought that up.
No, because you told me Talib Kweli wasn't an underground artist.
Because at that time, underground, those people that were making that music, I feel like when you dress funny or you had a different type of awkward of life, you were underground. I mean, because
Outkast, Outkast dressed outlandishly.
First of all, I'm underground. I never dress funny.
All right, I said we're getting too quick of them. You just talked about the 90s. I'm talking about how the 90s was projected. We all been to the 90s. At a certain point, I grew up down the block from Q-Tip. People thought Q-Tip was underground because they had the teepee hats, the things, they had shoes. Oh, they're underground. Even
Q-Tip started underground.
All right, we know, but at the same time, they became mainstream.
It crossed over to mainstream. I would agree.
Yes. Talib Kweli crossed over to mainstream.
But now he's back underground.
So this is, I think that we gotta, let's do it as a room. What's a definition? So if it's like, as underground, it's like independent label, small push, but what changes it? I would think that when you get on the billboard, you're officially mainstream. Is that what we're doing?
Hello?
I don't know. I'm asking. Is that
No, because
is
you
that
could.
fair?
Everybody, a broken clock is right 2 times a day. So that don't even make no sense to me. Somebody could get lucky
I'm
and
asking
get
so
a
that we
hit.
can-
How many records you? Sorry.
No, I'm
Punch.
asking,
No,
yeah.
Punch. I'm gonna ask you. I mean,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Because when we talk about certain pods, right?
Yeah.
It's a lot of times that I've got schooled and I've talked about stuff, and then when I go back, I'm like, damn, I just was talking off of emotion
Yeah.
and not doing correct.
Yeah.
Superstar J talking off of emotion? No way.
Yes, I mean, I'm an emotional person, but I'm real about it.
Man.
So that's when I'm emotion is no piggy bank. I'm not like, oh, if I'm from Brooklyn, I'm gonna always love Brooklyn artists. Or if I'm from Queens,
You're not
I'm always gonna
biased.
keep
You're not
Queens.
biased.
I'm not biased.
Yeah.
So let me ask you something.
Yeah.
You might know it because you've done it before behind the scenes. How many records you have to sell to go platinum?
1 million.
1 million. You talking about the number, the calculation now?
Yes.
The calculation now is 1,500 per stream.
1,500.
So that's 15 million
equivalent.
streams.
So that's not an underground artist if you have over 1 million people.
Well, 15.
Yeah, but you saying for one record.
Alright, and
If
that's a
somebody
million.
if somebody sell 1 million on one record, but then the other records don't do the same thing, then that means you just automatically mainstream. No,
No.
you caught a hit.
All
You
right,
caught
so let
one.
me tell you something. So
You just caught one. That's it.
So all one-hit wonders are underground?
I'm confused with that
You
question.
just said, what did he just tell?
I said
He
somebody just
he
caught
oh,
one.
If somebody
One-hit
caught
wonder
one,
could
that's a
be
one-hit
anybody.
wonder.
Anybody
right?
could be a
That could be
one-hit
anybody.
wonder.
That could be
I
a
just said you
mainstream
caught
artist.
one.
So
Or
are they
independent
underground?
artist.
If they just caught one platinum record, now we're talking about certain artists. You just told me, right? That Sleepy Hollow and Chef G are considered underground.
Yes.
Well, not my brother. Sleepy Hollow, right? Is 4 times platinum. 4 times platinum. That's underground on a record, right? Now another record, right? This is 2055. 4 times platinum.
Yeah.
All right. Anxiety, gold. Flows, gold. Molly, 2 times platinum. Lord have mercy. Can we go on?
Yeah.
Die Young, 2 times platinum.
You basing it on sales or you basing it on certifications?
That's not.
Hold on, Lord.
All right.
You basing on certifications that in this day and age are contingent upon how many streams you have. You could have a legions of people that stream your record.
Yes.
That doesn't make you a mainstream artist.
So let's get a concrete.
are you
What
kidding me?
what
Do you
concrete
consider
factor?
Mainstream.
Do you
is
consider-
different.
Can I ask you-
I'm asking
what's
a
a
question. Do you
concrete
consider
factor?
Fan base is fan base.
That's the
Do you
goal
do
of
what's
any
the
rapper
name?
to go platinum.
Ken Carson. Do you consider Ken Carson a mainstream artist?
Let's stay on one
I
point.
asked you
Let's
a
stay on
question,
one point.
and that's the point
Let's
I'm
stay on
asking
one
you.
point. You're not
Do
gonna
you
friend-
consider
you're not
Ken
gonna friend
Carson?
all the time.
Do you
This
consider
gotta be
Ken
20
Carson a
years.
mainstream
It
artist?
feels like
This is 20
it feels
years.
like it's a 2-on-2. Me and Punch
No,
against
Superstar J.
Punch is not against me at all.
He's
He's
not-
a brother.
Yeah.
I'm asking you a question.
You're
Do you
trying to
consider
mix up? You're trying to make. We're going to stay on one point, right?
This is the same point that I'm saying. This is the same thing.
First, I'm answering this guy right here,
Answer
Torae.
this guy.
Yo, you just told me, right? What is the goal of any artist when they come up
That's
in
a
the rap game?
blanket
It's
question,
going
bro.
win.
No,
It's
that's
going
a,
what?
That's a blanket question.
No,
you
nigga,
can't
it ain't
say
no
that.
blanket question. Answer the question.
Is it not?
It depends on
the individual.
Depends on the artist. bro.
Answer the fucking question.
He just
homie.
did.
It depends
It
on the
depends
artist
on
and
the
the
individual.
Every dream is to get on the radio and go platinum.
Not all artists.
Yeah, all right, so
That's
we
not
got
all artists,
Yo,
man.
bro,
Let me just say this.
and go mainstream.
Let me just say this.
So when you don't go,
say
they call you
Yo,
underground.
let him talk.
Of course, we got to get paid so money connect. But yo, I'd rather be broke and have a whole lot of respect. This is the principle of it. This is lyrics from one of the greatest to do it. OC. There's a point in time where if you sold platinum, they looked at you as a sellout. You know what I'm saying? Like, sir, every artist didn't want to go platinum. You wanted the respect. You wanted the notoriety. You wanted from your peers. Nope, that was not the ultimate goal, to go platinum for every single artist. You can't make a blanket statement.
You was
like
actually
that.
called a sellout
All right,
when
listen,
you did
listen.
that at a point in time. Superstar J.
What I'm saying about these certifications, and this is no slight to them, I love what they doing. What I'm saying is, you can't say that because an artist in this day and age where streaming is the metric, that just because an artist sells platinum, double platinum, triple platinum, that they're mainstream. That means they have a base that they're tied into that continues to support them. Young and May got a bunch of platinum and gold records all over the place. There's certain artists that you would not consider to be mainstream because they sell
You don't
or
consider
stream
Young
a lot
you don't
of.
consider Young M.A.
What I'm saying is-
Mainstream? No.
You're bugging.
You think Young M.A. is mainstream?
Yes, she is.
No, Carisha
Yes, she
is mainstream.
Yeah, Young
Yo,
M.A.
you're bugging.
Young
Yo,
M.A.
Jay,
Let me tell you something.
Sweetie
Can I
is
get a-
mainstream. Sweetie is not. Sweetie probably don't sell as many records as these artists, but she's more mainstream.
Torae,
Yes.
Can I ask Torae self, everybody?
Punch, go.
Can we get specific, concrete? This is a fact. If this occurs, your mainstream or your underground, like what's an actual concrete fact? Let's build it versus just art. Like let's build it. What is it?
I like this
What
guy.
makes you?
He's a practical, pragmatic
I'm
thinker.
a pro Potter. But what is a fact that we can go? If you do this, you are mainstream. Like, and that goes right, because then that way we can have a fact.
Well, Jay is going by sales, and he just proved you
I
wrong.
mean, yeah,
Sweetie
sales
may not
can't-
have as much
sales
sales
can't
as
be the- it
certain
can't be the
people, but
only
she's
thing.
still considered mainstream.
But she
Sweetie
went
has
platinum
a
at
Sweetie has a
certain point where
McDonald's
they-
a McDonald's meal.
Yeah, but Sweetie at a certain point.
Sweetie is a McDonald's meal.
All right, at a certain point, Sweetie made the music to go platinum. One of those records went platinum.
Okay.
And the way she
Multiple.
looks and the way she carries herself, you might say she's mainstream. A lot of these underground artists, right?
Yeah.
That you said, I mean, and I wasn't here for the Boldy James. You've never heard of him, right? But he's still selling out shows and he still considered himself underground because of what he's done. If he went platinum, you have to put him in another tier.
I disagree. Just because you're
Say you put him in as a platinum selling artist.
platinum selling underground artist. That's the tier.
A platinum artist considered that major over 1 million people know who they are. You know what I'm saying? And they got put in a certain category at that thing. So
Yeah, but
now,
so listen real quick. You're saying something wrong, Jay.
right.
Because they may not know who they are. They may know the song.
You know why?
It's a difference, Jay.
You know why? You know
Jay,
why?
it's a difference when you know the
You know
song.
why?
Because there's plenty of songs that you heard. Like, oh, I like this
You know
song.
why?
I don't know who the artist is.
You know why? You know why? As a DJ standpoint, when a nigga go platinum, Self's gonna know about him. But when a Boldy James doesn't have it, oh, I don't know about him. Who is he? But he's still packing out shows. So that's what I'm saying. Any major artist that went platinum, they gotta spin from you.
I disagree with that.
Get the fuck
because
outta here.
I've never played Ken Carson. Right, and
Right.
I've personally seen. 'Cause I have to pass Terminal 5 when I go to work every day, right? And I said I'm going past there, and the block is cut off, and I stopped. Yo, who's performing? Ken Carson. The next day, who's performing? It's packed again. Ken Carson. The next day, 3 days in a row. I'm like, who the hell is this kid that he's packing this Terminal 5 3 days in a row? Right? I had no clue.
But somehow, in some way, that you're gonna fizzle yourself to keep yourself hot, you're gonna play his record.
But it happened. But what I'm saying to you is, it happened.
Why?
It happened by however it happened.
That's
Right?
the mark of a good
Why?
DJ. If you see what's happening.
Why? Of course. So
If
you telling me?
If you say 3 days in a row, this venue is sold out, and I don't know who this artist is. As a DJ, you're supposed to go.
No.
Hello?
All right. Oh, you supposed to inquire. So you telling me that a nigga go platinum, you're not gonna inquire about him?
If you don't know him.
I asked you a question. If a nigga goes, okay, so that's what I'm saying.
No,
man.
I'm saying
Come
no
on,
to that.
man. Knock it off.
There's a million artists that's platinum that I never heard of. Jay.
All right,
What
and
the
I'm
fuck are you talking about?
All right, so let's name the million artists.
I don't know them.
Okay, so you can't got the
right there in front of their face.
There's artists that go platinum that we don't all know.
I'm talking about from me and this guy's standpoint as being a good DJ that I know that I've DJed in every motherfucking level.
Right.
You cannot tell me that. You know what I'm saying? Mixtapes, radio, podcasts,
I'm gonna pull
clubs.
up artists that are platinum right now that I'm sure
All
you've
right,
never
well,
heard
then
of.
you pull them up.
Can I ask you,
Sit here
can you
and
be
lie to me.
underground and have a radio hit?
Yes, and that's Pharoah Monch. Pharoah Monch had bam, 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 bam.
Yeah.
That was a radio hit, and he's an underground artist.
I don't think so. I think he's traveled around the world that people know.
Just
who
because
he
you
is.
travel around, that'll make you
that means-
a mainstream.
Yeah, it's
no.
he had a mainstream record. Self, I heard,
record. Say it again.
I heard,
Say it one more time.
What?
Because your words, I don't think you're paying attention to. Because you're coming in there tigerish,
No,
right?
I'm not. I'm just aggressive, and you don't understand
No,
that.
I do understand it.
You don't understand
because
that.
you're not paying attention.
No,
you just
you don't understand
said
that.
you had a mainstream
So,
record.
it's been
and we're talking
many
about
of
mainstream
records.
artists.
It's been many of records.
Those are two different things,
It's been
Jay.
many of records of us going behind the scenes that I told you about that was going to
100%.
blow up. And
Records.
you lied, and you sat there
Records.
and said that
Records. Wait, see, you said our argument is what's an underground artist, not what's an underground record.
Homeboy.
See, there's two different things, Jay.
That is a different convo.
That's two different things.
Artist to record is different.
Like I said, if
But
a record goes through the roof,
Yeah.
They might not
A
consider
record
themselves.
goes through the roof. We're not talking about underground records. We're talking about underground artists.
A platinum record.
I just said to you,
carries you with the artist, right?
No, because
right.
you can make another song and it goes nowhere.
All right, cool.
What's Paramore's second single off that album? You don't know. Why you don't know? Because it was underground.
All right, it was underground.
I'll wait. Google it. I'll wait.
I'll wait. You wait about what?
I'll wait.
We in
What's
the
the
90s.
second
We're
single?
stuck in the 90s. We're stuck in the 90s with Pharoah Monch. Pharoah Monch was still.
I'll wait.
Pharoah Monch was still a big artist.
What was his second
won't
single?
Won't you compare another?
What was his second single?
As
an underground artist. 100%.
At that time and place, they were not underground artists.
Yes.
You can't have a 90s conversation in the 2026.
That's what I'm trying to say.
You can't blend those worlds.
He's bringing
You can't blend those worlds.
You
Because
put Pharoah Monch. You said Pharoah Monch.
Is he blending it in?
you keep bringing up
Yeah, he's mixing me up.
my
What
brother
did I say?
Pharoah Monch. My brother Pharoah Monch.
I love Pharoah Monch.
I see Pharoah Monch every day at Planet Fitness.
I love that.
Get in it.
I like Pharoah Monch. I like
it's really
Stress,
nice. Streets
Skill,
gonna go on.
Destroy, Stress, Crush, and the remix is crazy. You know what I'm saying? I definitely. Let me just switch gears, man, because we're going to agree to disagree.
It's good.
Right? That's
It's
fine.
good.
All right.
I also want to say that torae is a great underground artist.
Thank you, Superstar.
He's been giving me records for the last 10 years. That's been dope. And he has a lot of platinum records that he doesn't want to talk about.
Thank you,
That got him in
Superstar
check.
J. Yeah, there you go.
You got platinum records?
As a writer.
So how can it be an
as a
underground
writer,
artist if
yeah,
he got
yeah.
platinum
As a-
artists?
yeah,
Got platinum
as a
records.
writer.
I'm confused.
Oh,
Jay.
no.
What did you get paid
I'm
most?
a whole different anomaly.
I'm
What
confused.
did you get paid the
That
most?
that's
As a writer.
That doesn't
But he's a platinum songwriter.
Okay.
Platinum
was a
songwriter.
platinum
Exactly.
record.
That's why I tell. I'm a platinum songwriter, not a platinum artist.
Do you speak about what records you wrote?
No. I think
I
that's
Oh.
I stick to the code.
Huh.
But if you know, you know. You know, I think the people that need to know. And
So
the
what
people
do you
that
feel?
need to
What
know-
do you feel when people who write stuff say, "I wrote this, I wrote that"?
I mean, to each his own. It's just not how I play.
What do you feel?
It's not how I play.
Okay, why?
I'm going to tell you what I feel.
Do you
I feel
write
like if
records?
the artist-
I'm confused, Jay.
I feel like if the artist
Because I write records, I'm gonna have a
Right,
different.
if
I'm
the
gonna have a,
artist
you know.
go on and
I've been
say-
in a couple of.
If the artist go on and
okay.
say torae did this or I worked on this with X, Y, and Z, then I will go, I piggyback off of that conversation and add my 2 cents in. But I always let the artist initiate that part of the conversation.
Interesting. Let me say one thing that I you want to know what it is with me? I feel awkward saying I wrote records if they're rappers.
Well, yeah, there's another
All
part of
R&B
rap.
records because rap is a bravado. Rap is like it's my shit. Yeah, it's a lot of that. So I feel like saying that you wrote a record for a rapper feels like you're taking a shot at the rapper somehow.
I disagree
Our culture.
because you still have to be able to pull it off. So today, driving here,
Yeah.
right, and I remember this as a kid,
Yeah.
right. It was Queen Bitch from Little Kim.
Oh, yeah,
and I
yeah,
heard
yeah,
the
yeah.
reference of Biggie, right, and I was like, wow, I liked it better with Little Kim saying it.
Oh, I'm with you. No.
So you still have to pull it off. And Biggie is arguably
and
to a lot of people is the greatest rapper.
But you would teach me something because I wasn't active at this point. Was Biggie going out and doing press saying he wrote it? I don't know.
No, yeah.
No. But what I'm saying to you, but the reference was leaked.
Then
but
or
still-
now? I'm learning. I don't know. This is
We
then
heard
or
those
now?
references. Yeah, we heard those references back then.
but-
then.
Oh, for real?
But-
Yeah, 100% then.
but still-
and it was publicly known that he wrote C's raps.
so can I-
people knew that. Like, you understand what I'm saying?
Okay, now, but let's
Shout
be
out
real.
to my man Lil C.
But let me be real.
C's
Did
and
he,
Leo.
but did he lose respect for it?
Little C's? No.
Yeah.
No.
Nah.
No.
I think
I don't know. I'm asking.
All right, real quick. Also, and I'm going back. I know this is a little bit back. I don't mean to cut you off, Jay. It was publicly known Big Daddy Kane wrote Biz Markie rhymes. No one cared.
Right.
No one cared.
No.
See, it's a weird shit. In this generation period now that we're in, it's like deaf to a rapper. If they know that someone's writing the rapper's lyrics. Right now, it's bad. So that's why when I was writing rapper lyrics, I wouldn't say nothing. They would make us do NDAs. I've wrote rap records and I've been on
confusing
NDA.
to me because I remember growing up, Eazy-E had a platinum song, and the first thing he said, Ice Cube's write the rhymes that I say. He said it in the song. You understand what I'm saying?
Am I bugging? Is this generation not different?
It's case by case because Eazy-E was a street dude certified, so they know that they was making him into a rapper, right? But the shit he was rapping about was shit he was living.
And people loved it.
So people loved it. They accepted it because it was authentic. He wasn't a rapper. They there was a point where being a rapper was corny. Like artists, they looked at rappers like, oh, you run around singing on stage. That shit is corny, right?
I've heard this. Yeah.
Eazy-E as a street dude who was really getting money when they turned him into a rapper to legitimize his money, the streets was okay with that. They respected that. The same thing with Biz Markie, because Biz Markie was comical and just an overall hip hop. I don't want to call him a character, rest in power, but he was like a jovial spirit in hip hop. So people didn't necessarily take him as serious as a lyricist. You got to pin every single thing. We loved what he brought to the table, whether it was Stu Kane or other artists coming with it. But it's always case by case. I had the same conversation with Moni Love. Moni Love, who came from England. She said when she came over here and the label started putting her with writers, she was baffled. Like, what are you doing? Like, that's taboo to have somebody else write your rap. Same era, same audience, but different perception of it.
But that's still that time period. And now to give the pushback in this time period, today's culture, let's go 15 years, 10 years.
It's still 50-50.
Give me one rapper now that gets his lyrics written on a consistent basis that we didn't lose.
Can I say one?
Respect for their pen.
Can I say one?
Sure.
Still Dre. Jay-Z wrote Dr. Dre's song.
But nobody respects Dr. Dre's pen. Nobody respects his rap. They respect him as a producer. Dr. Dre is on no list.
But you still love the song.
The song, yes, but nobody, and I'm not trying to cook him, but nobody has Dre in their top rapper list.
I think
Drake.
Drake took a heavy loss when I
don't think he took no heavy loss because everybody still was singing. I got enemies. People still was singing that song.
Yo, let me tell you
what
something.
heavy loss he took.
It didn't end him.
It did not end him. I don't want to clip. It did not end him, but he took loss.
I
think that people that care about it still make mention to it. I see it in the comments all the time. You know, we just did a breakdown of Make Them Pay, and people say, "Oh, who wrote it?"
Exactly. Like, that's every day.
Once they put that jacket on you, you can't get it off. But we know Drake to be a great writer.
Drake is an OD great writer. Drake's one of the best writers of the generation. If not the best writer.
There won't be no OVO slander here.
Never. You know what the fuck
this is an Aubrey room.
Like, especially on the internet, behind a fucking keyboard, people want to nitpick and say anything that never did a fucking record, that never wrote nothing, that never had a hit. Yo, who wrote it? Who wrote? Nigga, shut up.
I think, and I want to come in and basically say that it wasn't, sir. It's like you pick and choose. Like even with the streets, like the dude could be snitching on everybody, but if he's bringing money to everybody, he's cool. If he don't got a gangsta ass brother,
now you talking.
Everybody's not gonna say
now
what he
you talking.
Is. So I think with rap, people really picked and choose who they wanted to say. Oh, he's not a writer. So I think when you gunning at the top and you like the top artists, people really get butthurt on. Oh, he didn't write that.
It's only one
you know
way
what I mean?
Go.
Like
if you're at the top, it's only one way to go. If you're at the top,
so they feel in rap that you're at the top. Yo, you gotta be able to write all your lyrics and not have it, because if you look at it, Snoop for the last 10 years has helped for his writing. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people wrote for Snoop.
Agreed.
When Drake came in, Drake was writing for others. When Snoop came in, he was writing for others. Like,
but do we not? Is it not a real fact that people then started looking at Snoop's pen less?
But
not the music.
Yeah, but I think they didn't consider him as the top anymore. Like a lot of people won't look at Snoop as a top.
That's
one of the top tier rappers. If you look at the top 5 rappers, they don't never have Snoop as the top 5 rappers. So
the conversation is, if you are beating your chest as I'm the dopest MC, then nobody can write your rhymes. That's the conversation.
That's what I feel that people, I think with Little C's, they knew that was Big Man. But I also think, and I'm going to bring up Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj got a lot of slack because they thought Safari was writing for her.
Got it.
We still don't know if he ever wrote a bar for her. You know what I'm saying?
Well, with Nicki and Safari?
Yes.
I thought it's known that he did.
No, he said she explained that he's never wrote a bar for her. He's helped her out or something on a hook or something, but Nicki's had, when they had their publicly
did a feud and all that.
She said that she's never wrote it. And he's been on interviews that I've never, I've helped to out on certain bars. People don't give Kim a lot of slack. Kim's never wrote any records. Am I right?
Well, I won't say that's facts. I won't say she never wrote any records.
But has she, a majority of her records, the whole
early in her
classic
career,
album.
We know early in her career, Big oversaw. We know Big oversaw. I'm not gonna say wrote because I wasn't in the room. We know Big oversaw the production of that, vocal production, lyric production, etc. But again, because that was his crew, and Big was like, I'm putting my crew on. Again, it's case by case, like you said, and I love the point you made about the streets, because y'all crucify snitches every day of the week and then ride around with a snitch because he still got the bag. So y'all pick and choose who y'all want to go at for what reason. People chose to go at Drake because he got to a level of success. He got to a level of notoriety where people was just mad. It was waiting for anything. So when that happened, the floodgates open, pause. And so he's still dealing with the ramifications of that in 2026. But to say he's not a dope MC, to say he's not a dope writer is crazy, blasphemy.
Yeah, he's the best. He's the best writer of the generation. Drake is the best writer of this generation by a lot. And they try to reposition and all that. When we talking about when he does the time records, the time zones, 4 p.m. Calabasas, 9 a.m. Toronto, etc.
I mean, all these records for
make them pay. It's ridiculous.
I sent you a bunch of them.
I wanted my timestamp playlist. Look, I appreciate you.
That's like some of the best rap that the last 10, 15 years have actually seen. So when they do that, I'm not talking about when they say like they, you, y'all. When they talk about the acceptance of it, all I said, to get back to the core of what I said, is that getting someone to write your raps in today hurts you.
I disagree.
But it hurts. Doesn't kill you. Doesn't end your career. It hurts you. That's
I disagree. I think it's case by case. It's
but we have not brought up one active statement to counter what I'm saying for an active artist in today's generation.
Plus, let me ask you something. Sorry.
I just said Drake.
Let me ask you
Drake got hurt by that.
I don't think nobody cared that somebody wrote his stuff.
Everyone cared. The whole internet cared.
I don't think so.
He was number one and went to number one lower. Drake is still the number one guy the whole time. This is Aubrey House. I'm aware of where this shit goes.
Who was number one higher at the time?
Drake has always been number one in this generation.
So how could it hurt
they try to do the Kendrick. That's what half of the Kendrick positioning is, that they be like, Kendrick writes all of his raps and does all of this shit like that. That's what they try to push against it. They do that all the time. When Kendrick came and Cole and everything, they tried to make it seem like Drake doesn't.
Let me ask you a
and
question.
Drake rap, yes sir. You know what I mean? And Drake did the rappy raps.
We're gonna always go with the Drake thing about him rapping. Well, who else got crucified for not writing their own raps?
I see a lot of people, especially with the female artists. I see a lot of people in the comment section talking about the female artists. Oh, they got writers. I always laugh at that because there's an audience that really doesn't care. Like, they just want to hear the bops.
I think this generation right here does not care about anything. I feel like I'm just being real. I'm just being honest about certain things.
So the thing is like this. I don't think, because a lot of people try to make it seem like 6ix9ine's accepted. Tekashi is not accepted. Tekashi was only accepted when the guys was around him, and the day that he went and started telling, he's not been accepted. 6ix9ine does not have success in the real culture of music ever. Like, ever. 6ix9ine's music does not play anywhere. It is what the fuck it is.
Culture.
That's the culture, because the urban culture is hip hop.
Yes.
So he's not accepted here. To be very real, Tekashi don't perform nowhere in fucking America ever, really. Tekashi is a international artist and performs in countries where their moral and the bottom line of the culture doesn't do it. They try to say that Cool and the snitching and everything, and he tries to make a whole career about repositioning, about how people view him, or he'll bring up an artist's name and go, why did I do that for him? Why'd I do that for him? But at the end of the day, Tekashi just trying to be accepted. And he's never going to be fucking accepted ever again. So he's fucking mad about it. And he goes on a podcast tour trying to get accepted, tries to sit next to him. So when he tries to get to a big bank, Tekashi came in my live 3-4 days ago asking me to sit down, which I'm going to sit down with you when I'm motherfucking ready, little nigga. And at the end of the day, like this, we can run it up. This goes up 10 million times. At the end of the day, he's going to go. This goes viral now because the Bozo.
In the Branson.
Because the Bozo wants fucking attention. The reality at hand is like this. This culture doesn't accept everyone. They try to act like it does because it gets views. We confuse attention for acceptance.
Punch, do you feel that our culture still does pick and choose who they want to deal with?
I believe that
down to rap, down to writing, down to who's really solid. It's a popularity contest. I look at it like everybody says it. We don't do no slander to Aubrey. I've sat here and had grown men tell me that, oh, you know what I mean? Before it even came out, even Drake said it. I know you're going to down bash my album before it even came out. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the whole Kendrick, campaign of he's a pure writer, he's a writer, and Drake is this. Like, I still feel like that battle, and I said it on the podcast, that I felt like it was still an even battle for me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Even, yes, even battle for me.
I didn't see it as even.
Let me go back to the Tekashi thing for a minute. So, are you saying that his records never impacted? Like his records were never ringing?
You're talking about the original run?
Yeah.
I was fucking there. I'm half the reason why the shit actually worked the first time.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? Don't get this motherfucking confused. I'm the one who brought the nigga to 50 Cent. I'm the one who put him around the motherfucking DJs. I'm the one who broke the fucking records. The little nigga gets fucking confused because he can acquire views. He has rainbow fucking hair with neon colored jewelry and buys all the colorful cars. It looks like a pack of Skittles on the screen. He's figured out. No, I'm responsible for making it work at the beginning. But the second that I got the phone call, within 24 hours of that nigga going in jail. I got the fucking FaceTime of one of the guys in jail and said, nigga, that nigga's telling. Don't answer the phone. I've not spoke to the little nigga since that day. Niggas stand on morals.
Feel like.
What are we talking about? Niggas done. You know how much money I motherfucking could have just took if I'd have just stand next to the kid or just run around and pose and jump around? Hell motherfucking no. This is a certain thing. At the end of the day, don't confuse nothing. Like niggas try to make it seem like I got marks. The internet has tried to make it position like, yo, you brought him here. Of course I fucking brought him here. Broke every motherfucking record there is on this internet with the dumb kid. And guess what? Once the motherfucker started misbehaving, leave him in the middle of the fucking island by himself. Hello. What are we talking about, nigga?
Yo, are you Caribbean?
I mean, I'm a Brooklyn nigga, but yeah, I'm Caribbean. I grew up real American. But I'm from St. Vincent.
Misbehaving.
Yeah, misbehaving. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, this shit is just going crazy, man. You get what I'm saying?
That's
going to run it up, nigga.
I'm misbehaving?
I do want to switch gears a little bit. And this came across my desk, and it goes back to pick and choosing, right? And this is a little bit of Aubrey slander. And I hate to say this and hate to bring this up, right? So I saw that they were saying Drake he finally beat Michael Jackson in the number one.
Yes, sir.
But as I look at these charts and I'm looking and I'm like, do this really count? So why I say do it really count? Because I'm looking at Drake has 14 number ones, if I'm correct, and Michael Jackson had 13 number ones.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But as I look at the list of the number ones, a lot of these songs that Drake have are features.
Okay, cool.
That's always been the case, though.
I'm gonna let him walk it down.
And Michael Jackson's songs are solo hits.
Respect it.
So do that count? Because so it got Work. What's My Name? Right?
Rihanna.
What's My Name? Wasn't that Rihanna's song?
Yeah.
Right? It also got Work.
Rihanna.
Way Too Sexy.
That was his song.
That's him and Future and Young Thug. One Dance.
Yeah. So let me ask you.
Wait. That's with Future and Tim's.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it a stack.
Let me ask you a question.
Shine.
Mike wasn't doing features, champ. You wasn't getting
so do that count.
I'm gonna answer you.
So do that count. Mike Joyce has been. Don't stop till you get enough. Rock with you. Billie Jean.
Yeah,
Beat it.
I'm aware.
Bad.
Yeah.
The Way You Make Me Feel. Man in the Mirror. Diana Ross. Black or White. You Are Not Alone. He only has 2 songs that's on here that makes number 12 and 13 is Say with Paul McCartney.
Yeah. Right.
And I Can't Stop Loving You.
All right, but I think it's two different. It's 2 different generations.
You can't call it generations because it's a Billboard. It's the Billboard.
It's Billboard. But at the same time, I don't think Mike at that climate had anybody to fucking.
I disagree. So now I'm glad you said that, my good friend. Right? Because then he could add another 4 songs onto his joint with the Jackson 5. Okay. I Want You Back, ABC. Yeah. I'll Be There. So why they don't count those? Because those are also features.
Those are not features. That's when he's in a group.
It's a group.
That's when he was in a group. It's a different scenario.
He's the lead singer.
100%. I'm very with
Jackson 5.
So let me say, because I want to answer the first question. The authenticity of everything is like this. Those features that Drake was a part of, most of those artists, their first number one was with Drake. A lot of that. That's Tim's first number one.
Package.
I said most, not all.
Package.
You're
Drake
trying to
was the
immediately.
stimulus package.
Tim's first number one record was that Future's first number one record was with Drake. And Drake has done that many times where he's their first number one. And it's not to shout at these artists, because there's also a respect level that we got to put to the producing of it, where Drake is literally going, that's the right record, put the right bridge. When he had One Dance with Wizkid and...
Plus, let me ask you something. If you deleted any of these verses from Drake, would they be the same record?
Yo, this is crazy. It's impossible. You take Drake off of these records. Look at Rick Ross.
No, Shout
out to Rick Ross. And I'm gonna say this.
I agree with that. But shouldn't just the same thing with Michael Jackson is what I'm saying.
No, that's
so you take Michael Jackson out of the Jackson 5, will it still be the same record?
It was not a Drake. It wasn't a Drake 5, bro. Like he was a part of a group.
And that's 4 other people. That's 4 other people with him. And that's super, super tough. Drake is literally going in there and being like, I know the right person with it. When Drake released 100 gigs, right? We got to see that Drake is in these studio sessions.
You watched that whole 100 gigs?
Did I watch it? I didn't watch it in one sitting.
Yo, this Black Punch got too much time, man.
I watch it. 100 gigs ain't really shit. It's fucking 40 minutes of content. You get what I'm saying? An hour of content. The reality, and I didn't watch it in one time. I watched it in certain pockets and I look up, but when you look at it and he's producing the records with 40, we gotta look at it like Drake is putting together from an executive producer level as well, lining up the records in a quality way.
I got all that, right? But I'm just saying to you, I'm talking about the metrics. Is it fair?
The metrics is 100% fair.
I think it's very fair.
A record's a record.
I think the atmosphere of music is that more people at this time collaborated with everybody, and I felt like Mike at that time, you know, throughout his career,
Mike got the joints by himself, no help.
Can I speak?
Yes, you can.
I said Mike was very sheltered to not do records with other people at that time.
Mike did records with anybody he wanted to do.
I said he was sheltered where he couldn't probably reach out, or probably Mike was like, I don't need anybody. You know what I mean? I didn't need anybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Mike said,
you heard what Quincy Jones said with the Mike didn't want that on there. Quincy said it's going to be on there.
I don't know what the what is it?
On the beginning of Rock With You.
Okay.
Come on, you're a DJ, bro. Like, that's one of the most favorite parts of the record.
Your tone, I didn't understand.
He said you out of key.
Jay brought up a valuable point. In today's generation, we do collab albums. It's normal. You get what I'm saying? Like everybody gets collab albums.
Does that count as you beat this person?
I think 100%. Side note, let me just say this.
Because that's just like me saying, yo, I shot more people than you, but I had a pistol and you had a machine gun.
Let me be clear with you. I'm going to tell you a stat that a lot of people might not know. You know that Drake is charted over 400 times on a Billboard? Like another stat, but this is a stat that's similar because we're talking about Billboard. 400 times he's gotten records through. You heard this stat? Do you know that the next person under is not even at 300 yet? Like Drake has done 400 charted records.
Let's get you know, because I think we should do this a lot, right? You know what I mean? Maybe it's just me and Punch against self.
It's no against. Where you get that against? It's the unit.
But it makes a pie.
Unification.
It's a good 2-on-2, right?
It's no 2-on-2.
Because
We just
the next one we could be like me. I know you want to be a part of my team. It's cool. Look, listen, right?
How long have y'all known each other?
Too long.
20 years more?
Yes. Way more than that. He discovered me in New York as a mixtape.
That's why it's like this. Is good.
For 20 years.
Yeah. He's knew me when I first had my kid. Everything.
Oh, so this is serious. Okay.
Yeah.
I get it.
I've known Jay for quite some time.
He gave me my first Gucci bag. He bought it himself. He said,
I knew you've been rich.
Like he was like, yo, It actually came with the whole box, and I was like, this guy is different, generous.
This is good.
Me. But forget all that, right? Because I gotta get mad shit for him. So let me.
He ain't doing lately.
Real quick, it was a DJ bag. I don't want nobody looking like, hey, you tricky. Like it was a DJ bag. It was a DJ bag for like his laptop.
Yeah, that's lit.
I don't think was that pause like a bag. Like
but somebody could you know what I'm saying? Like
I don't think so. I don't think so. I
never guys bags. Like you understand what I'm saying?
I never seen a feminine Gucci bag like a guy with guys with like
a feminine Gucci bag.
I've never seen.
It was a DJ bag, and at the point in time, DJs like you looked cool when you had a designer bag.
That was a trend.
Yeah, that was a trend. You had a designer bag.
Yeah, man, niggas got swag.
Yeah,
some DJs never got swag though.
I agree.
Well, not from me and him.
No, not y'all. It's just other niggas.
But finish. I'm
gonna give you a prime example. Block Boy JB.
Yeah. Look alive.
This is a true fact that Block Boy JB said this right to me.
Yeah.
That Drake went in his DM and said, "Can I get on this record?"
Yeah.
And after that, the record became number one. Mm-hmm. He said that Drake changed his whole life.
Yeah, McCona said that too.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, and shout out to all my Toronto dudes because actually he's the first person to bring me out to Toronto and learn their culture. Is that Toronto DJs, artists, they really appreciate hip hop music.
Facts.
Down to the fact that you see when, Drake could probably know certain things about us that he might not say because he studied hip hop.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like the smacks and when he went, for him to be at this top
the
of the
URL. Let's still go back to URL
and say, "Yo, that Shay Davis was crazy."
Shout out Shay Davis. That's my nigga.
You know what I mean?
My gun go blam.
You know what I mean? Shay Davis was different, but who would ever think that Drake would salute Shay Davis? I feel like he studied the hip hop culture. He knows about DJ Self. He knows about, Flex, all these type of guys and mixtapes and everything. And it's just a different category. Listen, bro, I know you got whatever you got going on with him, and I'm cool with that. You know what I mean? But we gotta give props.
No, I give tons of props to him, man.
I'm just saying hip hop wise.
No, you talking about Drake?
Yes.
Oh, Drake gets all the fucking props.
Yeah.
So you said Flex's dumb name.
Yo.
Then I fucking let this bozo have it.
Yo, so let's talk about it. I know you're the proctor, but let's talk about the Jay-Z performance. How does everybody feel? What do you rate it, 1 to 10?
I don't know if I could rate it because I think Jay-Z is a strategic person. I think he's super strategic. And when I say that, I think Jay-Z said, let me poke the bear. That's how I felt like he said, let me poke the bear. Let me see what comes back. I'm going to give you a little something for everybody, like boom, 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 boom. And now let's see what the response is, because my real response is going to be at my concerts.
I agree with
That's just my opinion.
What do you rate it at?
Again, I'm always rated a 10. I'm gonna tell you why. Because of impact.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And impact, and why I'm saying a 10 out of 10, because of impact. Impact means it came out of nowhere. The awareness, the what people are going crazy over, different things like that. It seems like for some reason Jay-Z can't do no wrong, even if it's wrong. So I don't think that he meant it to like this isn't his best work. No. But when they say throw down some ice for the nicest MC, you just
Do you think it's strategic about the Afro? I feel like is this thing is
I don't know where he get that. Where he come from? Where the Afro comes with the dreads?
I think every single thing. I think
he's gonna cut it for Yankee Stadium. I think that the hair's going.
It's interesting. I look at it like this. First of all, Jay-Z, Drake, Eminem, 50 Cent, like people who are like icons and legends, I don't think that there's nothing done.
There's nothing done
that just goes, this is random. I think everything, down to the color they wear, down to how their outfit fits, to the song, I think everything is strategic. So applaud to Hov for doing that. Authentically, I think the hair out, I think it was also that Hov wants to get a restart. And no matter what happens, I think people don't really get it. Like, I think Hov wants a restart. Like, yo, here's a restart of this new race that I'm doing. This album is going to follow up. These shows are going to go. And in my opinion, it's like, here's the restart of this brand. It's like, we've seen Hov with the shorter dreads. We've seen him when the hair was in the short fro with the, with the twist out. We've seen it. I think that I feel like albums represent a time in a artist life. And I think when Hov now puts the Afro, we're now going to literally address it. Now, Afro Hov was a different nigga. Right. That nigga was mad. He was letting niggas go.
Kobe.
You get what I'm saying? So I feel like that's a strategic thing.
I just feel like he's always said that he's cut his hair for his album.
Right.
You know what I mean? I feel
he did. I don't know.
He says he's always cut his hair because he's like.
Well, how do you feel? How do you feel from 1 to 10? What you rate it?
When you saw the haircut, that's when the album's coming. He would grow his hair.
Superstar Jay is talking.
Nah, it's cool.
I was just clarifying.
You know what I mean? I rate it as a 10. Why? Because I'm gonna tell you this is that he's always been mysterious because we don't know if he has an Instagram. We don't know if he really pays attention to anything, but you can see he pays attention to every single thing, down to Oskino. You know what I mean? With the chatty patty and the stutter. Like, so he's watching podcasts.
Oh, yeah.
Like, so for you to even pick up for him saying he stutters, that was crazy. And then secondary, he's left out one person that he never said anything about. He addressed the lawyer, he addressed Nicki, he addressed Drake, he addressed Dame, but he didn't address somebody from South Jamaica, Queens.
50.
Fifth?
He didn't address them on that.
Mm-hmm.
You feel like Hov should have addressed?
I mean,
I'm not mad at this,
50,
Jay.
50 as a hip hop, as a going back, 50's been the person that's literally never let off on Hov this whole year.
Yeah, 50 definitely kept.
He's never pumped his brakes on Hov. Every time something that Hov got into that was mentioned, he would bring it up.
Is it fear?
I think he's saving it for New York.
Yo, Hov, you diss everybody but 50. Holy shit. 50, let me tell you something. 50 Cent, from being around 50
I think he's going to address him.
Yeah.
I don't think none of these was dissing. I think these were addressing. This wasn't like, yo, ha, ha, ha. He was addressing everything. It wasn't, all those lines were never a diss. He was saying real talk about Dame losing his teeth.
Yeah. I mean, it's all, I feel like that's semantics.
Yeah, that's semantics.
I mean,
they're disses because he's swinging.
diss?
He's swinging.
I mean, he addressed everything. He came back and counterpunched on everything.
Agreed.
You know what a counterpunch is?
1,000.
All right, so I think he
1,000%.
counterpunched on everything. I call him the counterpunch DJ. You know what a counterpunch is? Like when
I told you repivot out. I told you
when you're on the road, when you're on the ropes. I feel like he was on the ropes. Everybody was hitting him.
Yeah.
Right, Torae? I mean, he said,
Wow,
he said,
didn't diss
Dame,
50.
yo, I didn't have you lose your teeth.
He did not diss 50.
You know what I'm
Jay,
saying?
you're right, Jay.
He said he left somebody out.
He did not.
Yo, let me tell you something.
That's a
50,
fact.
Yo, shout out to my man.
Bonus for Jay.
Well,
Nah, because it's real.
shout out my man Mino, right?
Mano.
No, Mino.
Oh, Mino.
I shoot you out the cannons.
Mino.
Harlem World.
That's how the cannons before.
Jay never leaves nothing untouched. He'll give you one line. Just like what you said with, what I came with Self. You know what I mean? You introduced me to this motherfucker.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's certain things that Torae, did you see? And I have to hear you because you're down to the bars. And shout out to you because I was scrolling and you always on my timeline. We gotta follow each other too. We gotta do that. But you were there at 2 a.m. breaking down shit.
I was. I did it 2 a.m.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So what do you feel? Because
the rating, right? You rating.
yeah, the rating. Because I said 10. What do you give it?
Oh, we rating the performance. We rating the freestyle.
The freestyle, man.
I mean,
Come on, Torae, come on, man. Get the fuck up out of that shit, man.
All of this shit is impact. We talked about the hair.
We talking about the freestyle, man. You know what we talking about, God. Stop trying to Brooklyn us, man.
I just want to be clear, bro.
We are clear. Everybody said 100% clear.
I was standing.
Nobody said, yo, when you drop, I want to love you.
I was
hard.
standing right there. I was standing right there.
Oh, here we go now. I forgot. You went to the Roots picnic. You had the VIP.
This is no sauce.
Understand that. You had the special wristband.
This
front row?
No, I don't want to be front row for that. I want to. That's part of what I'm saying.
So
I'm
you
there.
left Erykah
with
Badu?
I'm there with the people. Erykah Badu is the next day.
Yeah,
I'm there with the people.
Okay.
The people are speculating. What is Jay gonna do? Who is he gonna bring out? I'm listening to these conversations. This is the way I gather intel so that I can have something to say when I'm in these different platforms.
Yeah.
Is he gonna address Drake? Is he gonna address Dame? Nah, he's not gonna do that. Is Beyonce gonna come out? All of these questions. So as Jay start rattling off every addressing that he's addressing, saying this, saying that, I'm seeing people lose their mind. I told you niggas throwing their hats. What? I told you he had smoke for it. So off impact alone for an artist that's 30 plus years, it's a 10. It's a 10. That
56
relevancy,
years old.
That relevancy to this day is still powerful. He still moved the needle. My whole entire timeline was Jay-Z brought out this one. Jay-Z Afro. Why was he in all black? The ticket prices for Yankee Stadium just tripled.
So was you wearing a big shirt when he changed clothes?
Impact is crazy. It's crazy.
Was you wearing the big collar shirts when he changed
I
clothes?
might have had a button
had
up.
one.
I might have had
I seen
a
you
four.
one.
I might have had a 4X button up for no reason.
I definitely had I'm from Brooklyn, though, man. Shout out to my Brooklyn kids out there. I'm from the K.
Who caught the heaviest bullet yesterday? Who caught, I feel like Nicki caught the heaviest shot. I feel like the Nicki bar between Nicki and Dame was like the heaviest thing.
Nah, I think the Drake line was the most
I think the Drizzy line when he said, and I tell him, I'm gonna say this on air, and I tell Self all this time, I don't like people calling me champ. And when he said the jig's up, champ,
yeah,
that wasn't no salute as a.
Oh yeah.
Nah, it was a few different lines. Like he was like, niggas looked up to me. I never looked up to these niggas. You know what I'm saying?
I never looked up to you.
Yeah, he addressed you number one on Billboard. I already exposed Billboard. That's a bunch of fluff. That's bullshit. Like it was layered. It was a few different parts that were addressed. In my opinion, addressing everything that Drake said and has done over these last few weeks since his album was released, which I thought was great because how you get into the hottest conversation, you make note of what's happening that's the hottest in the moment, and you attach yourself to it instantly. Also, you're Jay-Z.
But what about Drake's diss? Because Drake, I mean, the jig is up. But when he was like this, you know, what kind of man are you? You a middleman. And that's a lot of people didn't catch that middleman bar is a Hove diss. And a lot of people don't really understand it. I mean, we from Brooklyn, so it's like an automatic to like idolize Hove. But then when the positions start going, where Hov was the middleman in the Brooklyn Nets situation. All salute. I wish I was the middleman on some of these, so nobody jump out the window. But the middleman on the Brooklyn Nets, the middleman on the title, because everybody thought that Hov owned title, and then when he kind of like shifted his position on it and sold it, there was a lot of rappers that then felt like Hov left them in there. That's why Nicki started beefing with him, and then he shot at Nicki too. Like a lot of shit made it where Hov was like kind of like the Cash App deal with Rock Nation. Was a lot of things where people like, yo, Hov was just in the middle of it, but he kind of, and I don't know if it's just us just loving him all the time, where we just kind of look at it like, nah, Hov owns the whole shit, or if he really positions himself to be like, I'm in charge of it, and then kind of shifts away after he boosts up the work.
Also, he's a hell of a middleman because he's a billionaire.
Yeah, yeah.
But you said this at the top of, as we were talking about this, there's nothing that Jay-Z doesn't do that is not strategically thought out and planned in advance. So he understands Paul's positioning. He understands being out in front of a conversation. He understands that even if I have a lesser ownership, being the face of this brings more value. This brings more equity. Like Jay said, you don't get that B mark. You don't hit that Billy mark plus. You don't hit that Billy plus. You know what I'm saying? Like, the crazy part about middleman too, let me just say one more thing. The crazy part about middleman too, about that, you go all the way back. Who's the best MCs? What's the line?
Biggie, Jay-Z, and Nas.
Who's in the middle of that?
Jay-Z. Biggie, Jay-Z.
So you feel like that?
It's all strategic.
That's how I look at it.
When you want to be in him, and I just think that I feel like Hov literally felt like he was better than Biggie, but just wanted to put Biggie ahead of him out of respect.
He said he put himself
because he put Biggie, Jay-Z, and Nas.
No, because Jay-Z is strategic. Remember Jay-Z told Mace, check your videos, check your old videos. You'll always be number two. He understands these shits, right?
I'm platinum a million times.
So him saying you always be number two, Mace was wearing the number 2 jersey, right?
Yeah.
So he understood that, and I like the fact that, you take that, you kind of flip it on what Jay-Z did. Oh, you pointed out that he was number 2. Well, I'm going to point out that from the beginning of the conversations, you've been the middleman.
And then to answer your question about you always thinking Jay-Z felt like he was better than Biggie, I really don't feel that, because if you listen to his older music, and when he said you can't be like, when it's can't be life, because I always put that in my thing when he's like the Big and Mac block, damn, I'm going to be a failure. Surrounded by drugs, you know what I mean? He always looked at them like, damn, you know what I mean? The Big and Illmatic bop. You know what I mean? And then I want to ask you a question. And Punch.
You want to ask you a question?
Yes, because I don't want to feel like I'm over talking anybody. But do you feel like Jay-Z?
We here.
Do you feel like Jay-Z understands the algorithm?
Yeah.
Hov understand the algorithm?
Hell yeah, because you talking about him 2 a.m. in the morning.
Fair.
He understands.
Bro,
fair. Fair. But he also made like Oskino, respectably, but Oskino's not the premier algorithm, but Hov mentioning it made it premier. Now, if Oskino responds right, Oskino's on top of the blogs all week.
Let me ask you something. Another man did one of the great, because he threw a shot at Yeezy too, right?
Yes. A body blow.
Kanye West.
Nobody's talking about Kanye West doing the unbelievable
in Turkey.
With the Turkey.
Of 120,000 people.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Nobody's talking about this. Same night, same fight. One of us cats ain't playing right.
They both playing.
I'll let you tell it.
They both playing excellent.
We know, but he understood the algorithm that if I don't come with something, they're gonna talk about this. Because remember, everybody was talking about Yeezy. Yo, it's unbelievable. He's doing a Turkey, 120, the Olympic, the old style Olympic stadium.
Yeah.
It's incredible. Did you see that concert?
Yeah. I seen footage. Footage.
You didn't do a clip about it.
No, I didn't do it. The reason why I didn't do a clip about it,
because Jay-Z understands the algorithm.
Because Jay-Z understands the algorithm. I'm not mad at that. And I also felt like Jay-Z.
Want to say it outright.
No,
we got that part.
Yeah, why not?
You hesitated.
I did hesitate a little bit because I really got to think about it. Like, yo, that is a big feat. It is a big feat. It's an unbelievable feat for Kanye to do this. But when Hov literally goes at him and be like, yo, y'all don't understand how sane that this man is when he's around me. Like, y'all think he's a maniac, but when he's around me, he's very sane. And then when he's also around me, niggas shrink. Like, that was insane to be like, look, Kanye might be the biggest giant to y'all in the world, but when he's around me, little bros. The Kanye shot was.
But he understands. He understands. He made a song about
as bar
work.
My
big brother. Like, you know what I mean? I feel that whole understand. Like, we got a person, right?
Yeah.
And we can, I like to put different synopses of rap stuff, right? Like, it's just like a bad chick. She always in the parties, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But then you got a chick that is bad, but she's never in the party. She's mysterious. You're like, yo, I want her so bad because you never see her.
Yeah.
Pause. Jay, we don't know if he has an Instagram. Everybody, that might be it. He doesn't listen to this bullshit. He addressed something that we would never think he would address.
Yeah.
In Philly.
Yeah, yeah. Yo, can I ask you a question? As you,
that's a Philly slang. I don't know if you paid attention to that.
Of course, not. Yeah, I shot it. That's why I thought he shot at Gilly a little bit too. Shout out to Gilly, and I know that's why I brought it up because Gilly. They spoke about the Rock Nation brunch a lot, and then he spoke about the Rock Nation brunch being like, "Yo, fuck it, I'll just cancel the brunch." You know what I mean? Because I remember the hunger pains.
I think he's just showing where he's from.
Yeah.
Even down to the pack when the lawyer was like. When he put out the statement, he was like, I don't come from that type of cloth with going at younger girls.
Yeah,
I feel like and then he always says it's grounded, and even down to the Dame thing because when Self told me about this 2 a.m, shout out to you about this podcast, I feel even down with the Dame thing and him mentioning like I'm still street. I'm outside. You know what I mean? Outside.
I was there that day.
I was Self was in the building for the original.
I was with that day too.
Yeah, talk about it. That's good.
I didn't actually see anything because I wasn't privileged to be next to the whole thing. So when I say that it was four of us that went to that party together, and at the time it was a VIP section.
Got it.
And they only let and a guy named Buck go through those VIP lines, and the other 2 of us, the other guy, he never wants to be mentioned, so I will respect him.
What year is this?
And don't mention his name. This was a New Jersey Drive soundtrack release party.
Wow. Okay.
And
my man Midget, man.
Midget. And it was at the Kit Kat Club. Actually.
Got it.
I was at the Kit Kat Club, and at the time I was doing like street team work for entertainment, and I was actually DJing for Charlie Baltimore. I did like a tour with her. I never DJed for an artist before, but at this time I felt like this was my way into the music industry.
That was 95, by the way.
Oh, was 95?
That was 95.
I like when you know the dates. He was there. Oh, that's lit. I
wanted to say 2 things. I don't want to go all the way back in the conversation, but something I think is relevant to Jay-Z understanding the algorithm. Jay-Z did a surprise performance the night before the concert with his hoodie on the whole time, right? Because he understood the importance of debuting the afro in that moment.
Smart.
That's another part. That's another part of engagement, yo. All of this shit is thought out, bro. I don't want you to think this nigga tripped over something. Oh, that's a good idea. No, on every part of it, I think it's strategic. Him performing that set with the hoodie on got you speculating. Oh shit, do we still got the dread? No, he went back to the Caesar. We don't know, but he understands that now people want to see what the fuck was under his hoodie, and he knows that afro is also going to be a part of the conversation.
Algorithm, because everybody's talking, how did those dreads get?
Did he comb it out? Did he cut it? How long did he cut it?
Yeah.
The last time we really saw Hov was the Super Bowl, right? Well,
no, GQ.
GQ. Okay,
GQ,
so GQ, he still had.
No, he was coming out the Rock Nation building like a week ago. Yeah, he still had the.
Oh yeah, we signing.
So
is there? This is my question. So everybody, Jay, is there a Jay-Z album on the way? And if there is,
I think
what's your level of excitement for it?
We talked about this too. Remember? At Apartment 5H.
Okay, do you feel, shout out to Apartment 5H. You should go to YouTube and watch that.
Yeah.
I got kicked out that apartment.
You don't say. You understand?
Hove album. Is there a Hove album
so
on the way?
So you know the funny thing? Hip hop is in a weird place right now, right? And this is the first of its kind. And when I use the word first of its kind, nowadays it's the first of its kind where the children and the parents are not somewhat aligned in music. Whereas a little bit before, the parents and the kids used to listen to, I won't say the parents and the kids, I'm sorry, the grandparents and the grandkids are not listening to the same music. The parents and the kids are listening to the same music, not the grandparents and the kids, but the grandparents now are in tune with hip hop. So me saying that to you is like, I feel like at a certain age, you care about Jay-Z and his album coming out. Why I say that, after this happened, I hang around a lot of 30 and under guys.
Yeah.
that runs with me and my crew. And I was like, yo, you heard about the Jay-Z this? And I was like, nah. And they didn't even care. I was like, oh,
wow.
So? You understand? So I think that the generation is a little bit different. I think that they probably would have cared more if Kodak dissed A Boogie or something. You understand what I'm saying? Or something like that. You know, I think that would be more their speed.
Yeah.
You know, I just think that.
So if Hov puts out an album, because this is something that I ask somebody, like I think if Hov puts out an album right now competitively, I think it's in it's a tough position because the world, you know, where we spoke about it last time, we're in the A&R generation. They're going to start looking at the sales. They're going to have to do it. Like Hov respectively has partnered with some major support to make those things really, really rock. You get what I'm saying? Right. So now that it goes, and now Aubrey comes out and does 800,000. Those are 3 albums. On one of them, he did 500,000. Does that go where he can swing equivalently with today's generation and not look a little off pace if he doesn't do something astronomically?
Well, I think Jay-Z understands that, so I think Jay-Z probably wouldn't even put himself in that position.
So he doesn't drop an album.
I don't think so.
Is he going to drop an album? I don't think so. Self goes, I don't think so.
I mean, I don't want to talk too much. I'll talk after everybody.
I mean, when Jay dropped 444, he knew it wasn't going to be as commercially successful as his previous works. Same thing with the Carters. I think he's just in a different space right now where he's also doing things strategically to let you know, oh, Billboard, we don't care about that no more. So he's already planting those seeds. He's already planting those seeds like, this is not where the relevancy lies. Like, I already did that. He's like, the benchmarks that y'all want to hit, I've already surpassed that. Now I'm making music that change the culture. Now this is generational wealth. Now this is something I can leave to my kids. Now this is me owning my masters. So he changed the narrative of where people put their importance.
I gotta ask this. My fault. I know Jay's, but a lot of people feel like Hov pads and changes the goalposts to benefit him at all times.
Who doesn't?
This is all artists do that. All people do that.
But Hov all artists do this?
100%.
Yes. If you can, of
course.
Yeah. Who doesn't?
Yeah.
Because if they go, if Billboard is the mark, then we're chasing the highest Billboard. Hov now, when he again, and I'm just giving an assumption, but it feels like Hov is now, I can't beat Billboard. I cannot chart at that level. This is what it feels like, that Hov is now like, so don't watch that no more. That's how it feels like Hov is doing.
If you have the power and influence to do that, then why not?
You just act like that's wrong. People do that all the time.
It's a chess move. It's just kind of acknowledging it that he's changed, altering the rules that don't benefit him anymore.
Artists do that all the time. I'm independent, and they really sign to a major because they know that they're not going to sell that many.
I'm
independent. I did this all independent on my Trump.
People will put out a record. They'll put out album out 3 EPs. This is a mixtape. This is an EP because they charge differently. So now when you say, oh yeah, your project, that was a mixtape though. It don't count. It's not my album. You put out 4 mixtapes on a major label with 10 songs, but you don't count it as an album because it didn't do what you thought it was going to do, or you don't want to compete.
But does this one, because and this, I guess it's the last one to land it. Hov is now starting the album rollout with shots flying. Facts? Shots are, if the album is coming.
You saying,
if the album isn't coming. If the album rolls out, the first moment of the album was shots fired. Now Hov is coming from a competitive position. They're going to be like, Hov doesn't compete with nobody.
Is it shots fired or is this addressing? This is what we said earlier. Is he just addressing the things that was said about him?
Because people are like Torae said. Torae said, no, it's not just. Torae just said he was there. He said he had feet on land. Yeah. And people was like, all right, is he going to do this? Is he going to do that? Is he going to do this? So now he knows people go, this is my first time seeing you in front of everybody. You have to say something.
But addressing is dissing, sending shots. He wasn't being polite. He didn't say, I see you, Nicki Minaj, and I'm uncomfortable with it. He said, Nicki, blah, 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 be back on them drugs again.
He was addressing
because you can't get your kids. Shot.
I think I'm gonna give it to you. I want to answer the question, right?
I'm with you.
I absolutely think Hov is dropping an album. Why? And I absolutely think that is going to do great because media is at an all-time high. It's not like how the rollout used to be where you had to buy a Samsung phone to get, to get the whole album. Right now, we have a man that absolutely has never been and said, I'm going to drop an Instagram. I think he has one Instagram. He has one post up. Right? One post up. We're here. Everybody's talking about this. Facts. My daughter is 12 years old and said, hey, did you see the Jay-Z thing last night?
For real.
Because it's hitting all time. I always tell DJs, artists, this is the best time in your life to promote yourself because you can obviously connect to anybody. You know what I mean? look at you, Punch. You've connected to one of the biggest DJs in history through social media.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You dropping records in a car through social media.
Correct.
Hove sees this algorithm. He understands. His team is like, yo, he runs it. You know what I mean? He has a whole Rock Nation label that is very. It's not just rappers there. If you look at his whole thing, he might be a writer for Rock Nation. We don't know. Like, it's just, if you look, it's just tiers of things that happens. They have producers, artists, poets, actors, everything. I feel like Hove understands the algorithm. We're at an age that you can be 50 years old and still party with a 30-year-old and still have opinions with a 30-year-old. That, and then look at the concerts. The concert sold out in one day, where he had to add 3 dates in Yankee Stadium.
Yeah.
He knows that he's the algorithm. He knows everybody's gonna want to hear what he wants to say. He knows people our age wants to hear that type of music.
Yeah.
I just was in the Union chat, and we got a couple of Toronto guys in there because I love Drake.
Yeah.
I love Toronto. All he's talking about, all Jay-Z can talk about is money. What else is he gonna talk about? You know what I'm saying? Or Drake can talk about his money. They both got money, but they know how to strategically put it in songs and make it sound good. Jay-Z will have an album out this year.
I 100% think that Jay-Z's rolling out. I think that you said mad valuable points. I think Jay's 100% rolling out. And then now that it is top of my mind that Hove did not answer 50 Cent. 50 Cent loves this kind of shit. 50 Cent gonna post this and be like, why did Jay-Z not answer him? This is a crazy shit. This is a real fact.
So do you think Hove is scared of 50?
Scared? I don't know if everybody's scared of 50, but I know that they know that when 50 is gonna be in a fight with you, that you're gonna get dirty.
Better watch out for the boy Curtis.
And that's something that I know that everybody doesn't like to do. Because one thing, you could be like, Hove might think that he's better than Drake in his soul, right? Drake definitely feels like he's better than Hove. We've heard them all say it, right? But niggas know that that's going to go rap for rap. Like, Drake particularly isn't going to like,
hey, Punch,
isn't going to go with something.
This is how they going to come at you with silly rap views, trying to distract you. He already gave you the blueprint. Light up. He already gave you the blueprint. These men both respect each other.
OD.
Don't get it twisted that Hove doesn't respect Drake's pen.
OD.
You know what I mean? Like, it's millions of rappers that still are trying to get records with Hove.
Facts.
Hove always understands the algorithm, but he also has standards who does records with. You know what I'm saying?
1,000%.
It's been people that have been waiting 20 years to do records with him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And are happy to do
say
it.
Torae has? No, just
I mean, shoot. Right now.
I still want that 2 Chainz Hove record. We never got that. I thought we should have got that.
Yeah, the 2 Chainz Hove record would be crazy.
I think it was personal. It was personal because remember what Hove said. He sent the plane to 2 Chainz.
Yeah,
and he
couldn't bring his man.
I did what I would have did. Self got to come with me. Self would have just took the plane by himself, but. That's the type of thing that would happen.
His name is Self, by the way.
I mean, that's what it is. I'm just
I let what Brent what Sadat X said. What he said, if my crew don't get in, then the X makes an exit to the rear. I'm out here, don't front on my brothers. I take care of them before I take care of others.
Hip hop
shit. I like this.
Hip hop,
and they try to good out you. No, you got to talk heavy. You got to talk heavy.
I let Torae do that for me, because this is the time when you tell people that DJ Self is hip hop.
I do this every chance I get.
Yes,
DJ Self is 10 billion% super hip hop. He sent my phone the other day. He sent Rough House Survivors. Check the backpack. Like, we do this thing where we send records. We either he be in the car, he be playing something, or he at his laptop.
Why you gotta sell them young boys,
downtime playing shit. It's me. It's a few people in that chat. He sent some shit that I didn't hear since it dropped. He said some shit that I ain't hear since.
There's a group called Rough House Survivors, and the name of their song was Check My Backpack.
But Self is super hip hop.
So a lot of times I tell people,
waste my time arguing, conversing, debating with somebody who's not from the club. Like, people say a bunch of shit in the comments all the time. I don't even argue with them. They like, you don't even know what you're talking about enough for me to engage with you. So when me and Self have a real hip hop conversation or debate or banter, is because I respect his hip hop mind. So for people to be like, oh, you play whatever on the radio, you're not hip hop. Like, you don't understand the mechanics of the business. But to say Self is not hip hop is 10,000%.
Rewind that. A lot of artists do not understand the mechanics of the business. Yeah. You know what I mean? This man's DJ'd for Raucous Records. A lot of
I started in the underground field. one thing I will say, and this is, I don't know if I ever told this story, right? So I had a DJ crew called the Bomb Squad. That was our DJ crew, and it was a kid named J Love. I don't know if y'all are familiar with J Love.
Yeah, I know
got
J Love.
Shazam X, Rick Nice, and if it was somebody else, yes. And they were very heavy into CNN. This is when Capone and Noriega, Iman Thug. It was a tragedy. They were very underground at this time, right? I don't know. You might be a little too young to understand this particular. They were super underground, and they were. No, he was tragedy at this time, and it was a label called Penalty Records.
Got it.
Right, and one day they wind up getting a record deal for the Bomb Squad, and they left me out of this deal, right? And I think this particular day I just didn't go. So I didn't get a chance to sign the paper, but they signed it without me. And this particular day, I had met Mace.
Got it.
I had met Mace and the Locks, but I don't know if they were called the Warlocks or they was called Locks Family at the time. And it was Richie Thumbs, Genovese. I don't know if you remember these names. This probably precedes you, Punch.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm listening. I'm learning.
These guys were the greatest things on earth.
I'm listening and
Remember
learning.
what I said to you?
Okay.
It was Genovese, Richie Thumbs, Chic Luciano. I apologize. Chic Luciano. I don't know what Styles. It wasn't Styles P. I think it was just Styles. And Jada Kiss and Casino.
Shout out to Casino.
And Casino, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
And McGruff. And then you throw Murder Mace in here. So I chose to go to somewhere with them or something like that.
Was JoJo with them? JoJo Pellegrino, was he down with them too?
No. JoJo was down too, but
he was in the mix though.
You know who JoJo Pellegrino is?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So
he was on mixtape. He was on mixtape.
So at this particular time, I just was heavy
run,
into
2000s.
them. Then Mace got signed, and then they was giving people Cristal bottles, and I drank the Cristal bottle as opposed to drinking a Corona.
Yeah.
So that's where my life changed. But I come from that hip hop cloth of running around with my guy Black Dante, which his name is Mos Def. Nonfiction. There's a whole bunch of
Saw.
Yeah, just you know. What I'm saying?
Look, you got to step heavy.
Yeah, so I come from that cloth of that hip hop and doing raw, because I actually was going to do Sound Bombing too. I don't know if you're familiar with Sound Bomb. Sound Bombing was a compilation of like a mixtape. One of the first mixtapes that the underground people did, where they just had everybody together.
Crazy.
But then at the time I wasn't on radio, so then they wound up taking it from me and giving it to Cypher Sounds.
Got it.
And I was just like, damn, like, these underground people ain't respecting my handle.
Yeah.
So let me go rock out with the Locks Family. Then I put out the Locks Family mixtape, and the shit sold like so much. And then I was just like, all right. And I think I probably was the first person at this time to outsell Clue at the time with that Locks Family mixtape. I want to say, and Jay Maker could discredit this, which is fine.
Yeah.
I think I was the first to put out a street mixtape on an artist. Because I think beforehand, no one was doing that.
So and who was that with?
Locks, with the Locks.
Right.
It was called Locks Family. At this time, you had a mixtape. It was composed of different artists.
Got it.
At the time, it was just the Locks on there.
Got it.
I
remember that a best of.
I didn't call it a best of,
but that was considered a best of.
No, so people made best of mixtapes. I didn't market it as a best of mixtape. I marketed it as a Locks mixtape.
Because best of means that it's out already. Was it out? Was the music out?
Because some of the songs wasn't out. Right. It was a compilation.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah. Would you agree? You could say no. I'm fine with that.
Who? I don't. Did
you don't
the Locks
remember?
Give you the records, or you took them?
No, I took them. I 100% took.
That's
well, this because this was the first of its kind. Yeah, this was the first of its kind.
I mean, that's the first thing you got.
Yeah, this was the first of its kind. When I used to have to the Locks was coming to clubs wanting to beat me up because
but it really you
can't put out their records before.
Yeah, because you put out their record. You put out some of their records.
That a mixtape with artists. You just took their records.
No, but when I say that, meaning of course things evolve.
Yeah,
you understand what I'm saying? So again, it's
take it from the compilation where you got various artists to just
one artist. That's what I'm saying. At this particular time, they didn't have. It was no one doing. No one was doing a street mixtape of an artist.
Yeah.
No one was doing it at this particular time.
Let me ask you a question. And first of all, I think that's super elite.
So maybe I would probably consider Who Kid probably getting like brand new songs or something like that
Right.
with G Unit, or but they probably had somebody else before
he
that.
was in the mix with
Yeah.
them. You know what I'm saying? So he was able to get
that was the G Unit.
Yeah, I was
You did the
stealing songs
mixtape,
from
right.
different places.
You did the mixtape DJ stealing songs,
Yes,
but you
I
just
stole a whole bunch of
focused
songs. Yes.
focused on one
Yeah.
particular entity.
Yo, do you feel, and this is it, and especially with Jay to answer this too, is like, do you feel like there's space for the mixtape right now?
100%. I think it's coming back now. I even saw Sexy Red come out with a whole project, and she had Holiday on there.
Correct. Yeah.
I also see Clue now. When and I was very upset with Clue because he with me every night at Power 105, and J. Cole, they put that mixtape on. I'm like, where the hell is come from?
He didn't
even tell me, guys.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
he was like, oh, I didn't think he was serious. How you didn't think he was serious, Clue? Like, you got drops and everything.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you understand what I'm saying?
yeah.
So I do think that the DJ work of whether it's the hypeness of their vocals on the mic,
Yeah.
or the awareness that the DJ does, I think that helps. I think you Punch, you don't see the brightness of a DJ as it opposed to the internet.
Yeah.
But I think that
I still do though. I still do.
You still do.
I still feel like there's a heavy impact.
No, I said I'm doing it in comparison to the internet.
Oh nah. I still think it's super valuable what the DJ does.
As in comparison to the internet. I know you feel that the internet supersedes the DJ.
Well, I think the internet supersedes everything because that's where the music is coming out. But the DJs is still the DJ. There's still someone that needs to
I'm not saying
cultivate
that you
it.
dissing the DJs.
Yeah, and I would have cleaned it up. I would have cleaned it up. Yeah. We too media trained. We're not gonna let it go.
I think that you feel that, and I disagree. I'm always going to disagree.
I know that was
with
last
you.
time. Remember,
Yes,
everybody in the planet called self to be like, Punch is bugging out.
Yeah,
but
and
I
I'm
think
still
that the
saying you're
record
bugging out
started
now.
No,
But you know
because
what I'm saying?
and I didn't have all my prep. But there's too many artists that started on the internet with the first time. And again,
There's several more that started out with a DJ.
they're super. That's why I'm not saying A is not over B. I'm just saying.
You just said it.
In present moment.
You just said A is over B.
present moment.
So you just
Okay,
said.
in present moment. In present moment. I'm gonna add all clarity. Let me clear it all. Whiteboard. In present moment, records are breaking on the internet. And then DJs are then putting turbo on it and doing their shit. But it starts on the internet. DJ, like, when's the last time?
You did the Superstar J too. You did the Superstar J because you switched the word from records.
J.
Yeah, you switched the word from records to artists.
Yo,
You understand what I'm saying?
Ever since the little spat we had on the mainstream, he's been gunning at me. I'm chilling, bro.
Right? He
The
did.
internet is one specific audience though, whereas the radio is a different.
I'm not saying
demo.
radio. I'm just saying DJ.
Okay, DJ.
Okay, cool. Yeah, all right,
Okay,
all right,
I'm
all
just
right.
making
But you
sure.
could include radio in that
Right,
mix. But
because
DJ.
Because he's talking about breaking artists. He's saying artists break on the internet. A certain artist can break in a certain audience on the internet, but there's a whole different crop of people that don't scour the internet for their music.
1,000,000%.
They get in their car, they turn the car on, and whatever DJ Self is playing on his mix,
Yeah.
whether it's a song that we heard before, a classic, or
Yeah.
something brand new,
Yeah.
that's where they find it at.
Yeah,
And
agreed.
you got to think about the audience of that particular demographic of people that never log on or go on the internet to pay their bills or go on the internet to, fucking buy homes, whatever the case. They don't go on the internet for music. They still discover their music in certain mediums. So there's still importance in a DJ breaking a record on radio.
I still think it's astronomically important for a DJ.
But you know that people are starting to buy mixtapes again?
Yeah,
They
100%.
had gas stations, and people are starting to, like, the nostalgia of the young people are really reversing themselves back. You see how records are becoming bigger again.
The vinyl you talking about?
Vinyl's becoming big again. Mixtapes are becoming big again. And I think, and I prolong give Kendrick his props because I feel like he's gave that spotlight with Kid Capri doing you know what I mean? You hearing the DJ
on his
mainstream,
highly anticipated album
on his mainstream.
You know, you got Kid Capri, all of this Grammy-winning award album.
Shout out to my man Kid Capri, man.
Shout out Kid Capri, the OG.
I gotta bring Kid Capri up here too, man, because I know he got some choice words for a lot of people too.
Clue on Dream Dog, Clue on the Clips. You know what I'm saying? Like these things are important. You know what I'm saying? To hear that, to have that influence.
Clue did all those two. He ain't tell me.
Clue did the
Clue.
Clips.
We're gonna have to have a conversation. Clue.
got a mixtape
And I saw
with
Clue in
Dream
the
Dog?
comments
No,
too.
he's
Clue.
on her new single. You know, she got it's like drops like it's a mixtape.
Yeah.
On the
What is
Clips
this?
album is 2
He's definitely on the Clips album.
On the Clips album, it's 2 joints with Clue. So I just think that's dope to hear that, because that takes me to a
Dream
place.
moving. Oh, I hear it. I hear that record with Clue.
Yeah, man.
Shit.
They got a budget up for Dream right now. She's active. She's in motion.
Yeah,
She's in motion.
She's in motion.
Life after Gwinin.
I look at it, and I just want to be clear. I just look at it like the internet is breaking a lot of shit. This isn't like, that's all I was saying. You get what I'm saying? Everybody's called a phone. Everybody wants to talk to me last week. I don't know if I'm allowed to say who wanted to talk to me or not, but everybody wants to talk to me last week because they felt like I was bugging. The reality at hand is that there is an Ice Spice, there's a Glorilla, there's a Boogie blew from the internet. You get what I'm saying? Like all of this.
You think so?
A Boogie?
I don't think A Boogie blew from the internet.
No,
I think he
don't think
blew
so.
from the streets.
What is the streets?
So when I use the word the streets, right? This is just me per se, right?
Yeah.
Because I remember, right? A Boogie,
Smooth Ski.
A Boogie coming. What are you talking about? Smooth Ski.
Smooth Ski is the one that you remember when we was up at the station. He was talking about A Boogie. From you remember
I will give that to him, but I will give that to him. No, just Smooth Ski. I'll give that to him. So I remember A Boogie and his crew, the Hybrids crew, they going out to nightclubs and doing different things.
Yeah.
You know, going out to the clubs
Yeah.
and telling people about their records. I didn't hear about A Boogie through internet.
But A Boogie's fan base. A Boogie is
It probably grew to that, but we talking about
it's the
breaking.
other way around. A Boogie's fan base comes from them loving him and being able to be transparent into his life. And A Boogie's one of
But
the
that
first.
probably came afterwards.
It's definitely started at the beginning. That's how they loved him. A Boogie shit. When my shit came, he already had a fan base. Now I'm not talking about on a international where that he is now. You can sell at Madison Square Garden. I'm not being unrealistic, but A Boogie blew on the internet with his fan base because they were able to transparently see what's going on. Him where he's sitting on what is it, the artist table? He sit on the piano on the graphics of it. I don't know what, and he's playing because his name is actually Artist. You get what I'm saying? Like A Boogie's fan base. A Boogie's one of the first people that was like, yo, here's the music and here's storyline behind it. Then we were able to also see him and his girl in the early stages. We got to see a lot of things that wasn't normal, not normal, wasn't common.
I still feel like it's the streets, but that's fine. I mean,
but the streets.
To me, the streets is. Listen, why I said this is what I mean. The streets, because again, this goes back to.
This is 20 when.
I don't know the what you call it, because to me, at the age I'm at, 2016 is the same as 2018, the same as 2020.
Well, A Boogie is 202015. That the internet.
Why I say that to you, right? And I'm gonna answer your question. Why I say that to you, I'm also at an age where that those years are the same. So when I say that, I was playing one dance one time I was around a young person. They was like, "Oh my God, I love this." Yo, summer 2016. That was because maybe that's where she graduated high school or something like that. But to me, 2016, 2017, 2018, they're all the same to me.
Okay.
You understand? 2025 is the same as 2024 to me.
Okay, cool.
Right?
Gotcha.
At the age I'm at, it's just another year.
I'm with you.
But me going back, when I say the streets, right?
Yeah.
To me, the streets are, I'm primarily in the club, but I don't want to use this as just clubs. I can walk down the street and hear someone playing something, whether it's on their boom box or whatever, whatever I don't know what they call them, speaker,
Bluetooth speaker.
in their cars. I'm in a nightclub, someone requests these songs. Yo, do you got such and such, such and such?
Facts.
That's what I call the streets.
Yeah.
Or someone calling me, hey, yourself, you know about such and such?
Yeah.
He said,
Yeah.
Smooth Ski. Yo, you know about da 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 da.
Yeah.
To me, that is when you have the streets. You understand? So the internet, again, I think the internet is someone who lives on the internet. And I think that goes by what Torae says is a lot of people ain't just looking at the internet. It got to come up on your algorithm for you to even see it.
Yeah, but there's definitely a lot of people. There's a lot of people that work out every day, and there's a lot of people that don't work out every day. There's a lot of people to say a lot is not the right word. When you're breaking on the internet, your fan base is growing simultaneously in regions that you physically can't touch. I think when people used to use the word of breaking in the streets was when that you were physically able, because back in the day, it started in bubbles regionally. Brooklyn, Queens, Harlem, Bronx, Uptown, Vernon, Upstate, then it goes Jersey, Philly, right? Now the internet, you're coming out and it's growing like this, it's growing up because it can't really grow out because regions don't particularly matter. 2015.
What you mean regions don't matter?
because the internet is graying out a bunch of regions. Like I could tell you, like
I'm confused.
I'm gonna be honest. Okay, let's be real.
Okay.
There's mad rappers that people don't know where that they're from at the exact present moment, and they're huge rappers because they're not identified by their region. Because their region is not what made them work. The internet is what made them work.
Wait, say that. I'm super confused.
Did I say it wrong?
No, I feel what you're saying.
Can you explain it a different way so I could understand?
I think the internet, when the artist breaks on the internet, people don't necessarily, you don't have to sound like you're from somewhere. You know, it just happens at the same time.
Okay.
Like when the artist broke in New York, it broke in New York, and then it went down south. You would go down south and be like, yo, you bringing a tape with you. Or you would go down south and come back up north with the artist. It broke regionally first, and then it permeated. Whereas now the internet is one stop. You upload it, and it goes.
I disagree.
It goes to every region.
Why I disagree? Because I've been to LA, right? And it's a whole different
That's
world.
a fucking unfair example. I'm
Right?
with you.
No, it's not unfair.
100%
It's a whole different world.
Because LA still operates with it. They have a regional sound like that.
No,
of course there is.
So again, I can go to Atlanta, and there's records that will not reach here because it breaks in Atlanta, and it stops in Atlanta. There's a big record in Atlanta. I think the guy name is damn, the record is Jay. I don't know if you're aware of this record. The guy name is Bunna B.
Of course, it's not a guy. It's a girl.
No, it's exactly. You just proved my point, right? That just proved my point because the name of the song is Bunna B. I'm going to find the exact name of it. Y'all just proved my point, right? Butter B. I apologize. The name of the song is called Butter B.
Okay, cool.
Right, and the guy name is Fat Smack.
Okay.
Right? This record is almost damn near a year old, and it's still a big record.
I'm with you.
Butterby.
Okay,
That's
I'm with
the guy.
you.
Big record.
Okay.
So me saying that to you is like it is regional. Fat Smack.
But this is what I'm saying. You're making an example that it can still occur. I'm making an example.
You said it doesn't occur.
No, I said that it can. It can occur where an artist can literally be out and not be identified by their region. They don't need their region as much as once before.
And that's why I'm saying I disagree with you.
I know, but we got so many examples of it. Let's take somebody like, ESTG?
Yes.
You know his records, big records. Where's he from?
ESTG's from like St. Louis or some shit. No, Kentucky. Yeah, Kentucky.
Correct, but this is what I'm saying.
Well, to me, I apologize, St. Louis. Shout out to my St. Louis, Missouri cats.
And I'm not trying to shoot you down. I'm just being real that he didn't. My thing is like this. ESTG is not lit because of the Kentucky movement. He's lit and he's from Kentucky. He's also lit because he to me. Okay, and this is only to me. He's lit because of the movement of the Memphis movement at the time. Facts.
But it still was a movement of a specific region.
Agreed, but he's not a part of that actual location. Where's Jack Harlow from?
The same place, Kentucky.
Exactly, and he's not. He didn't blow regionally.
He blew because of the association.
Internet.
No, he blew with the association he was with.
Of course, and the internet was able to market the record to go forward. He didn't have my point is like this. He didn't have the streets on fire. Like Jack Harlow was not. Jack Harlow.
But you don't know that because you don't live in Kentucky.
We hear Jack talk about it like, yo, bro, people didn't believe, and I kept putting out records, and Drama and Generation Now, Lake and Cannon, everybody over there, they blew the record. They're the ones, but
they had to find them somehow. They didn't just.
Agreed.
They didn't just
found
say,
them on the internet. They definitely didn't find them in a fucking local club in Kentucky.
You don't know that, dude. I had to call them and find out.
You know everybody.
No, yeah,
you should call Lake.
Drama. Yeah,
you know you can. This is
shout out to my guy Lake.
This is what, at the end of the day, this is my only point. My point is like this. Regionally, we could not be lit years ago. 15 years ago, 10 years ago, 10 is probably still too short. 15, 20 years ago, if your neighborhood was not supporting you, it was nearly mission impossible to be the rapper from that city. Now you can be a rapper from a city and the city doesn't even know you, but your record's huge. There's mad times when people are like, I don't even know this guy. And then all of a sudden he's lit. And the city doesn't do it because regionally it didn't pop. He popped on the internet. And people saying that's not possible is insane. So, Ice Spice didn't have the Bronx booming. Ice Spice had the drill scene booming and Ice Spice was just as big in Brooklyn as she was in the Bronx, as she was in fucking Philadelphia. It happened at the same time.
So let me ask you something. So you feel like New York artists have a different type of internet buzz, or far as like when he said with Fat Smack with Butter B, I just text. I never heard that record before
I'm with you.
in my life. Shout out to Butter B. I mean Fat Smack.
Fat Smack shit. Butter B. He got 2 records too. Is it 2 records? That's what you call it.
Do you feel like
I think it's a Smack or Die or something like that.
I kind of feel like New York has their own records, like regional records too. That has
1,000%.
1,000.
I think the last person we seen that blew up from ATL, but it became regional, is Ross Smith.
Oh shit. Okay.
Ross Smith was like the last person I felt out of New York that didn't have any type of support, and still one of the biggest records in the club.
1,000%. But you felt like you said ATL. It had something to do with ATL, or
I said
did I
ATL.
hear wrong?
I said when you said records blow up from the internet.
Correct.
Like, you know what I mean? Like I don't like. I feel like New York has more regional records. Like we just have New York
I think
records.
every town has regional records. You just
I
just
agree,
not in those
I agree.
regions
As the
to
biggest
know.
artist, I mean, as the biggest artist, like
Yes,
like,
you just not in that region to know. It's another guy that's in Florida. I forgot his name. He got Moneybagg Yo on the song with him, and I apologize for not knowing what you call it. He's like every city has their own regional.
I totally agree.
Yeah, so
but all I'm saying is like this because the Ray Smith record was lit. That record, and I'm gonna be real. I don't think that I would actually say that the Ray Smith record is Ray Smith. How you say his name?
Ray Smith.
Ross Smith, right?
it's Ross Smith.
Oh, Ross
That's
Smith.
right. I thought it was Ray.
It's Ross
Right.
Smith.
I apologize.
would
That's
know.
my guy too.
Yeah,
Shout out to
it ain't no diss.
Yeah,
But I think that record actually blew from the club. That's a record that I
What I say
believe.
is the streets.
But again, I believe that
Yeah,
because
it's
he doesn't
original.
have an internet presence like that. That's no,
No, he
diss.
doesn't.
He blew in the club.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. We kind of kept that record for us. I feel like if radio attacked it more, other like radio stations would attack that record more. He would have got a big deal. But also,
I think that comes from social though, bro. Because watch this, Jay. Hear me. First of all, that record's a bomb. If y'all don't know what that record is, it's OD.
But also, we got to say, not to cut you off, that the problem was.
I'm sorry.
Fabio
Nino
had
Breeze is
record.
Nino Breeze is the guy. Nino Breeze.
Stop it.
Fabio had that
He's
beat.
fucking humongous.
Fabio.
Nino
Pause.
Breeze is the guy from Florida.
I'm with you. He's fucking humongous.
Yeah, but not everywhere.
Every time you say
It's
it, you gotta
insane.
say
He does pause again, bro. That record is
Well,
fucking
Nino Breeze?
huge, bro.
Which
Yeah,
record
that
is
record
that?
is huge, bro.
Nino, I don't want them to deflame you.
Yeah, they're gonna go. If you say,
I don't want them
if
to
you don't
deflame
say
you.
this, then
Listen,
the
you
B
don't
daughters
know.
are coming back.
Yeah,
What the
I don't
fuck?
want the. We don't want the rap geeks. We don't want the rap geeks coming after you.
Shout out to everybody that's in the comments, but we're not perfect. You know what I'm saying? I can't catch everything.
That's what he said, Nate.
I said the
and they
same
try to
thing.
burn his
I
life
mean,
down.
still-
it is
doesn't
what
care.
it is because we can come down a kid down the block that has a major buzz and you might not know about him.
I'm with
Yo,
you.
Punch, what's the problem?
yeah,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? And I feel like everybody has their own lane on different things. Like we can talk about Ross Smith, right? And the interneter guys,
The
might-
rap geeks.
They won't know.
The dot masters.
they might not know what it is. I felt like, and I don't know your synopsis of the record. I feel that the record came at a bad time when Fabio was so huge at that status that he had the same beat, so he couldn't do anything with it.
So I don't. The reason why I don't agree with that. Okay, let me say this. First of all, the record is mad big. I felt like the record blew in the club. The reason why I feel like he didn't blow is because he didn't have a good social presence. Like his social media wasn't really lit. And some niggas is not social media people. But I always tell a lot of artists, and it's
Do you feel that Fabio had a big social media presence?
Favi.
Yeah.
Favi's social media presence was OD.
When?
I'm gonna tell you why. Favi's social media presence was OD because Favi was gang trolling. So it was making the content go much more viral than just the club.
I think it was the label that was behind that.
Favi didn't get signed until October when he got to Columbia. Favi was already viral. Favi was viral prior. I'm gonna give timeline. Favi was viral before Big Drip comes out because of Blicky in the Box.
Okay,
So-
I've heard of that, but I feel like it didn't go past Brooklyn.
Nah, wrong. Blicky in the Box has a
Fabi. I did his first interview, and it was with the I forgot my man name who be dead. He's Spinny.
Spliffy. Right?
Swipey.
Swipey. Oh, Swipey.
Shout out 804 inside.
Swipey.
I'm with you. Don't worry. This is my
My God,
generation now.
Swipey.
I'm all good.
No,
This is when I pick up the pace.
Simon Swipey.
Yeah, I'm here. Don't worry.
Now we can tag you
Yeah,
in.
now I got all the answers. Shout out to the connect. Shout out everybody who was there.
I can feel.
Split star the whole shit.
I feel that that's your generation, but it was in your barrel where it was cooking real. He was big in that barrel, Brooklyn.
But let me be authentic with you. I think that you are You are saying nothing wrong. What I'm trying to open the eyes to is that record simultaneously was huge because drill was overall viral. So Favi, a lot of people don't get
what he's saying is we disagreeing, and I think that even with the blicky in the box and stuff like that, that was just Brooklyn.
No, I'm gonna give clarity. I'm gonna gain tons of clarity.
What's my man name?
Yo, Punch,
I know that's
you
2 G's.
2 G's.
1,000%. No,
that was just Brooklyn.
Not even close. Not even close. This is where you go wrong. It's okay. There's data to actually prove this. These records were already viral. These records are doing multi-million. 2 got signed to Atlantic. Favi wasn't signed yet. Favi did Blicky in the Box. Blicky in the Box goes. That has JD and it has D-Sav on the record. The record has a multi-million support view shit. Favi was also famous because I'm the one who took Favio and made Bozo Boy Tekashi start playing him. So when that started to happen, that started to make those records become international, not just there. Because JD had their office and D-Sav. Favi already started the roll. Favio put out Jumpin'. Favio put out Critical. Favi had a fan base because he was already dissing and doing the GDK shit, which then made it controversial, which then made New York the mini Chicago. Which made
saying
all
that
the
fan
kids,
base,
which made
you're
all
saying
the kids
fan
look at
base
it.
real quick. You're saying
100% fan base.
And I guess
These
me and
records are doing
Superstar J
multi-million
we on
views.
side. We on the same side now because I'm outside.
I'm with you.
You know what I'm saying? I'm
Multi-million.
outside, and I know that people are you're saying you're saying that this person, you can't be again. I would never say you can't be popping if you go across the street and they don't know you. Yeah, everybody on your side of the block, they know you.
100%.
You can't go across the street and they don't know you.
Let me tell you.
You was in it. You're in your neighborhood.
That's 1,000, but it was
like you didn't even know Ross Smith's name at the point. So like,
but I thought it was I don't know how to pronounce it. It's R-A-I.
All right. So this is what I'm saying. He's from my hood, right? So
Agreed.
So I know his name, but I know that record was huge. You know what I'm saying?
I co-signed
it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not from that part of Brooklyn, and I get you. I've shout out to Favio. Favio did it, Big Drip, right?
Agreed. That comes
on
out
the
of
top
August.
of Island Taste bar that hold 20 to 80 people.
Yeah.
On the height of his career.
Yeah.
I don't know where the thing. All I know is I said, this record's gonna go. I brought them to you. I even have the swipey dick. They didn't even have no belts on, bro.
Agreed.
At this time, you know what I'm saying? So my thing is that for you to say that, I feel regional because you've been there. You're from here.
Yeah.
But you just told me you didn't even know Ross Smith's name.
I didn't know how to pronounce it. I know the record. I know the record.
I mean,
and
that's a big record.
No, but
though,
1,000%. I co-signed it every single time that it was. That record was huge, but that record blew in the club. And I specified that I feel like the record blew in the club. What I'm saying about the Favi record and all of those diss records was that I was on tour at that point. So it was all about demo, and you spoke about that
On
the
tour
last
with
episode
who?
that we was on. Huh?
On tour. I'm just asking.
I was the Bozo kid.
Okay,
you get
cool.
what I'm saying? So now we're doing all of the shit that's going on, and now that we're doing all of the regional shits, and I was then DJing because I was lit. Because I was on This Is 50. I'm getting bookings from outside of the city, and I'm getting a certain demographic of age. It's about age.
I agree.
In that age, young drill was astronomically big. You get what I'm saying?
I'm disagreeing with you because I'm at this particular point, I'm outside. I'm there. I'm also, and I feel like I'm also, and I've always said this, I'm also privileged to be, there's only a few DJs in New York City that you can put them in any part of New York or Jersey, Connecticut, and they're familiar. There's a lot of people that's popular just in Harlem. There's a lot of people that's popular. So me saying that to you, I'm of a very few of few. I'm outside where I'm guessing this is where Superstar J's alluding to. Whereas in the beginning when Swipey is doing the dance and throwing the hat up and different stuff like that, and they like, who is these clowns? And I hate to say it because those are my friends. I love Favi to death. I love his parents and all different stuff like that. Right? But they're not used. Let me retract that because who is these guys jumping up and down doing funny dances and stuff like that, blah, blah, blah. So you can't be super popular or anything like that if someone in the next 30 minutes from you, a 30-minute drive, don't know who you are.
And it's because the internet,
let me ask you
because
something.
the internet doesn't grow it. And I swear, I want to hear you, Jay. I gotta combat it because I want to hear exactly what you're saying. The reason why you can be is because they're not blowing traditional ways that it used to be to market the record, where you're controlling a region. You go on the internet, so it's sporadic, group. So they are big in other regions, but it's not as clear cut as it once was. That's why it feels like that.
Let me ask you something. So do you feel that if the DJs didn't attack Big Drip, that record wouldn't have been that big?
If the DJs did not attract Big Drip, If the DJs did not attack it, would it not be? DJ's OD broke that record.
Yes, I'm just saying, if it was just plain internet, you remember you just told me it was a bunch of records that he was already popping on
1,000.
On
1,000%.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't know about none of these records.
1,000.
I've seen people, I played Big Drake at least 6 times in a row, and I felt that energy was
100%.
impeccable.
1,000.
What it is. I feel like if he never landed in the clubs, because we have a lot of people that had big records on the internet,
Agreed.
but never landed. Primary, my man Blicky, the Blicky. We Tutu had a great record, but the politics of that record,
of course,
didn't really reach New York
he
clubs.
He didn't have enough support. It was too much.
I think it was just too much. It was just too much because he wasn't outside and they were outside.
100%. It's just too much success from there. I'm aware.
With these type of
I'm aware. It was just too much momentum from the other side.
Yeah.
You know, and that's just the reality of it. It was too much moments. We had Favi going. You got to remember, because Pop Smoke comes out, Welcome to the Party comes out May. You get what I'm saying? Because Pop Smoke dropped Flexing at January. January comes Flexing. It don't really go. That's only buzzing in Brooklyn. Welcome to the Party starts bubbling up. But again, it's demo. Not regional. It's age demo. Because that record is going viral in so many cities, but only to a certain age.
Let me ask you
get what I'm
something.
saying?
With Chef 3, everything lit. Do you think that Chef G got bigger with everything lit?
Does Chef G get bigger with it? Yeah.
Because I feel like, and Chef could tell you this, I'm the first one to tell him to do the dub for the DJs.
Yeah.
So this record's going to be, because people really didn't know who Chef G was. He still was big on the internet. On the internet
Stop using these
platform.
words. People is so tough. I get you though.
What do you mean people? I mean,
because when you say people don't know, because it's not different.
Like I said, I'm in the clubs, bro.
I know you know.
I feel like it's not a lot of DJs, and I tell every young DJ if they're listening, make sure you get a gentleman's club venue. Why?
I'm with that.
I remember, you know what I mean? Matter of fact, I met you in Cityscapes.
Yeah.
You was DJing in Cityscapes.
Yeah.
I feel like if you have a gentleman club view, you have a party club view, and just a regular age club, that's one thing I give to Self. For him to be at this height, he never turns down gigs. Why? Because he wants to know what's going around that's in here.
And that's how that's how I test the songs.
I respect it.
Because the internet can fool you. All day, there's bots, there's different things. It's all different things. You go, oh, this is the hottest record.
I tell Tisha this all the time.
You can't fool somebody. You're playing it right there and nobody's moving. I'm playing a record and no one knows this record. It's impossible.
Because I'm gonna play the Butter B record. I'm gonna see what's gonna happen. But I feel like it's more of a regional record. Have you ever heard of Ross Smith?
Yeah.
See, I feel like Ross Smith had a bad break. You know what I'm saying? But it's people like you that. These artists need tutelage. Like, forget the DJ. Forget us going at the DJ. We need to go at the artists and school them with more knowledge. Because they don't know how to attack a DJ. They don't know how to speak to a DJ. They don't know how to approach.
1,000%. Let me tell you, when he was going and the record started to pick up, I just wasn't that active because I am someone that would literally call the artist and be like, yo, bro, you're doing this wrong. Look, come over here. I'm going to walk you to certain pods. I'm going to get you on the internet because the internet is what gets the label to sign. Because that's the difference too. The club is astronomically valuable. Don't confuse shit, especially with Ross Smith record. That record is insane in Brooklyn. That record was crazy in the clubs. People were actually calling me like, do you know this kid? And I'm like, I never heard of him. All respect. But the socials, when I would look, I go, I thought it was more local than it was. And as time keep going and the record just gets bigger and bigger and bigger, I'm like, what the fuck? He owned New York clubs. It only see. That's why I asked. You told me. That's why I said it blew in Atlanta. That's why I asked you.
It blew in Atlanta because they was, I don't know what type of the people he's dealing with, but they were busting a lot of bottles.
I can imagine.
And this would happen, and then this was during the pandemic when everybody was in New York.
That also could have hurt him.
I mean, it hurt him. It hurt him a lot.
But let me say this: the reason why the production doesn't matter is because Smooth L had a record, and Smooth L had a record.
What happened to him? That's why. Let me tell you something, and I'm gonna tell you.
Ouch!
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm not gonna spill on you.
Nah, you getting physical, God.
No. Listen. We both in the. What happened? My thing with Smooth L was nobody knew how to contact him. He never came to radio.
Yeah.
He never I don't know. I've never met this guy, and he has one of them Ross Smith records. They both have the same.
Well, Smooth L's record is bigger than Ross Smith.
Of course.
Yeah. And he has two of them.
I think they were equal.
No way. That record. That record is. These records can play nationally.
I think they would
Whoa, whoa.
No, because I think
I can't play it in North Carolina.
Because I hear
I can't play it.
Rod
If you
Smith
can play a
record
drill
more than
set, it can
Smooth L.
go.
It's not going in Charlotte.
Nah,
It's not.
yeah.
It's not.
Yo, Punch, where you be?
I'm asking. You don't think
You're not asking you. That was you told us. You didn't ask. That wasn't a question. That was a definitive.
This is why this moment right here is so special because it's literally
generation.
It's generational.
That's why I say age.
Yeah, it's the generational space of you understanding what moves human beings in the club and you understanding the power of the internet and virality and those things. It's like when back in the days when artists would get signed, even if they had great music, right? They would put them in media training, they would put them in hair and makeup, they get them an image. You know what I'm saying? Like when Puff got Jodeci, they image in addition to their music, it had to work simultaneously, right? It's not just the talent of the music.
I give you the image. Why are you wearing a Liberty hat?
Yo,
that's why.
Everything is New York, man.
Cool.
We support.
You should wear Knicks next time.
I wear Knicks all day, every day.
Yeah, well, wear it today next time.
You got on St. Louis, nigga. You look like Nelly.
Yeah, shout out to my man Nelly, God.
You know what I'm saying? You look like Mo.
Right there.
But what I'm saying is, those things had to work in unison. The music had to work with the image and the marketing and all of the other things that happen with artist relations. Now, the music, you got to have a song, you got to be popping, you got to have the club view, and you got to have the internet view. One without the other is not as impactful. So again, y'all both right. What you saying is right about these records not working in certain places, this and that. But then you can still say that these artists, you might not be able to play the record in North Carolina, but this artist has a big base of that age group in that region.
100%.
So it just it's so segmented. It's just really, really different now.
And that's what I'll be kind of say is that because the internet, how it affects people and how it integrates and how the records go, it doesn't work in waves. So it can feel like a record might stop where you're just getting a gap that the internet didn't get to target yet. These records be working in pockets, and I've played it. If you can play a Pop Smoke, a multi-Pop Smoke outside of Welcome to the Party and Dior, right? If you can play more than those records, or you can't, because then there's other drill records that can work, and that record Smooth L works. And the reason why I was saying the Smooth L records, because Smooth L had the same beat as Gotti, which was Pop Smoke and Travis Scott. You get what I'm saying? And then both records did pretty damn well. And Smooth L got signed during that.
What happened to Smooth L?
I don't have the updated address. You know, Smooth L.
I mean,
he got locked. That's what happened. Smooth L got locked right when his deal first happened. Got caught with the ratchet.
Damn it.
That's really what happened to him, to be honest. But while that goes on, these artists also are not good at social media, because with the right social media, Sleepy and Chef are posting when they're in jail. You get what I'm saying? Of course, their label is posting for them. You get what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, they're keeping active. There are artists that are constantly active. Tory Lanez dropped an album when he was in jail. Like, if you are working social media in the right way, you keep yourself alive, you keep your brand alive.
Stop with the social
and all
media
the artists
shit,
that goes,
man. Every day, you go right back to it.
It's real shit, though. You get what I'm saying? When we come back, if you come back and you have no presence right now, you get nervous and you start getting really cold. When Pooh Shiesty was coming, I used to post. Now that he got the trouble, Pooh Shiesty is mute. They don't do nothing. It's gonna hurt him. If this case prolongs, he doesn't come home to the same excitement. And that goes for a lot of people. Look at the difference between Young Thug coming home and Wife and Lucci coming home. Well, when they were home before, they both had successful records. Lucci did not do a good job and did not have the momentum of the internet in his favor. And Lucci stood 29 toes down. You get what I'm saying? And didn't do nothing wrong. And came home, and Thug still had a bigger thing. And they're going to say because Thug was more famous, but Lucci still had an extremely... Look at YSL Woody. He doesn't even have a record, and he became fucking famous. You get what I'm saying? Because of social media presence.
I don't think he became famous.
Wow.
You think he became famous?
I mean, people know about him.
Wow.
Yeah, they know about him. Famous to me is you walk down the block, yo, you know.
He thinks that he can't walk down the block.
Like when I'm with Self. That's what happens when I'm with Self. They stop him. They want to take a selfie with the Gwinin guy.
This guy's 100% not for value, not because of talent. I think that we're confusing the value of like a respected fame.
Yeah, he got known.
Fame is fame.
Oh,
notoriety is notoriety. Let's not confuse the respect of it.
Right.
Notoriety to me is someone wants to invest. Yo, let me take a picture with you. Yo, let me look to see, you know, what this person is saying.
Not to call Woody a bozo, but I think people take pictures with bozos just because they know them. You know what I'm saying? Just because they know them, you recognize, yo, you such and such. Let me get a selfie with you. They don't even gotta respect them. They just know that
notoriety.
This is a person that I'm clout. This is a person that I'm aware of. Let me pause that too,
because I don't feel comfortable calling the guy that name. You know what I'm saying?
No, I didn't say he was. I said it wasn't
Woody.
Hey.
I mean, look, man, I'm good. I'm done for the day. I'm done for the day now.
Yeah, we're done.
Hey,
Woody.
Yeah, right. Jay, do you want to promote anything?
Nah, I'm good. I mean, yeah. Shout, follow at DJ Superstar J.
Torae.
Apartment 5H. Make sure you tap in there. Sirius XM, Hip Hop Nation, LL Cool J's, Rock the Bells Radio. Tap in. Follow me at Torae.
Yo, you know what it is, man? It's Punch. I'm the president of hip hop. Vote for a change. They said that they wanted a change, and I'm motherfucking here, okay? I'm getting all of the bozos out of the motherfucking way. I'm going viral. And tell me a nigga don't look good on radio. Thank you to DJ Self. You're a fucking genius, Self. You're a genius. You did the shit that people didn't do. We're gonna get there. Okay. Self is a fucking genius. Because he did the thing that people didn't do. Put Punch on the box. He's a fucking genius. The airdrop is in the way. I got another airdrop in the tuck. I'm waiting for that phone call to let it go. As soon as I just feel right, it's going. I got everything. Shout out to Al Bial. Respect the jokes. I just dropped that takeoff. I got another takeoff with Vado coming out. I'm telling you, I'm hot out here. They say I'm hot on this internet. Hello.
All right, that's what's up. We here. All right. Apartment 5H again. We can put the links below for that's another podcast show that we had going on. Me and my guy Torae and Bianca. And I just love the support. We drink Branson every day.
Every day.
Hello. Shout out to the unit. This is sponsored by the unit.